and we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats would tell lies, then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
But as of right now, I don't feel like nobody really lining up to fight me. I think I say a lot of people's names, but you don't like hear nobody say my name.
What happened with Pitbull Cruz? You said Pitbull Cruz was ducking.
I tried to fight him. They said no. They said that I was going to be running all night.
If they don't make the Davis and Pitbull Cruz, you want to step over? Like you want to step on with Cruz?
I'll fight anybody, but as of right now, I'm trying to fight Lomachenko.
Hey,
are you putting in the
I like that fight. I love that fight at 135.
Look. Remember everything that everybody was saying. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Remember. So after I watch them, when I smoke them, I want to hear what everybody say after that. Make sure y'all got the
Did
same
you petition?
I hear nobody saying that. They say you're the best at 135. I never heard nobody say that.
I been hearing other people say other things. They say I'm ducking a whole bunch of people right now. That's what I'm
hearing. Man, the word on the street, you're the best at 135, bro.
I am. I am.
Are you petitioning for the WBC
Is this fight
title?
going the distance?
Nah, I don't think it's going to distance.
Who you like? You like Bunt? You like Bunt?
You gonna fall.
Give us room.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, excuse me.
Thanks, Shakur.
Crawford by
What's good with the fam on this good Wednesday, early Wednesday morning. Top of the morning to the family, man. Y'all know y'all catch this on the playback. Smash the like button, sub to the channel. Come rock out with your boy. And we're going to have us a little boxing conversations for this morning, man. Deep Free, what's good, my bro? How you feeling? Mike, what's going on? Top of the morning, Brody. Missed your wet. Salute to the queen on this early morning. Grease, what's good with it? I got Frank Martin over Shakur. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Top of the morning. And what's good with Sean? How you feeling, my bro? You got to be realistic, man. Ducking them how? We love to smoke. Yes, sir. You already know, Sean. So, I played that for a reason. Because my energy about to switch a little bit with people. I don't know what my energy about to switch, man. I could make content a lot different than what I be doing. I be letting people make it. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of inconsistencies. I see people, everybody running around talking about, you know, everybody got to stop saying people ducking Shakur. Yeah, you're right. Everybody got to stop saying that and being irresponsible. Everybody is not ducking him. Everybody is not ducking him. I want to repeat this. Everybody is not ducking him. But is he being avoided? I don't even like the word duck no more. Is he being avoided? Absolutely. And Darius, was good with it, fam. Top of the morning, bro. Shakur can fight either Tank or Frank. And again, that's why we here. Tank, I think, if we being realistic, Tank is out the picture right now because we don't know what's up with him. You get what I'm saying? Nobody sent him no contract. They said they flipped the coin, right? They said it landed on Shakur. All right, and that's the last thing I heard about it. So in terms of if Shakur is ducking Tank, even Tank knows Shakur ain't ducking him. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm here to talk about. We here to put things in perspective this morning because people don't seem to give credit where it's due. So I'm here to clear up. I'm speaking for Jersey on this one. Like, I'm speaking for Jersey on this one. I don't care what nobody else say when it pertains to this young fighter. I know what I see. I feel like I know what I see. I think he's a generational talent, but I still think he has to prove that, right? And I feel like since he's been in boxing, I think that's what he's been showing. I think he showed it through 26. I think he showed it at 30. I think he's right here at 35 trying to show it as well. But right on cue, people are turning down fights. So he got right here. He got right here. Where's this little list at, man? Where's this list, man? Where this list at I got, man? Where is this list? Boom. We're going to pull this up, man. We're going to pull this list up. Tank, my dog, he inquires motherfucker too lately. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And I think some of that is just him enjoying himself, right? Enjoying himself. I think that's what that is, right? Kello, what's good, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you sliding through. You know, and so again, you got a lot of people saying we gotta stop saying everybody ducking him. And I agree. We have to stop saying everybody is ducking him because that's not the truth. I don't like exaggerated truths. Everybody is not ducking him, but we're going to go through this list. We're going to go through this list, though. So right now, you got VASYL Lomachenko at number 1. You got him at number 1, right? And you got Shakur under that, right? So number 1 should want to fight number 2. Number 1 should want to fight number 2. Daryl, what's good with it, fam? In the way, buddy. But nah, I don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad, Daryl. You know why, Daryl? Don't feel bad for him. Because all of this stuff is smoke and mirrors, bro. It's all smoke and mirrors. Like, and you, this is why I'm gonna tell you why you don't need to feel bad for him. Because ain't nobody came close to whooping his ass in no fight. Nobody came close. All we hearing about is who he ducking and who he can't beat and who he should fight. That man ain't ducked nobody since he been in boxing, bro. Ain't ducked a single solitary soul since he been in boxing. He did say that. He did say that. So again, that wouldn't even be on Shakur and Tank at this point. You get what I'm saying? He can't make the fight by himself. YK man, what's good with it, fam? He probably will. He probably will, bro. He probably will, YK. He probably will. Salute to everybody pulling up for this early, unexpected cook. This wasn't planned. I just decided I wanted to have this build with the fam. So, and again, I don't do no fanboy-ish and none of that. I just call it how I see it, and I call it exactly how it is. So we're going to focus on 35. The man got to 135, right? He got to 135. He tried to fight number 3, who's Isaac Cruz. He tried to fight him. You heard what he said in that video. They said he was going to be running all night. They didn't want to fight. So I don't know if people want to call that a duck or what you want to call it, but I'm going to just highlight the timeline. So he got to 135. He pressed up on Pitbull and his team. They didn't want no type of smoke. Cool. Everybody told me Pitbull is tough. I want to see Shakur and Pitbull. Yeah, let him fight. Let him see if he could do what Tank did. Yada, 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 yada. Right? And then when he press on this dude line to fight, he don't want to fight. Right? So what do he do? What do I hear the fans do next? They move to their next. They move to the next target. Williams Zepeda, he throws 70, 80, 90, 100 punches around, right? Yeah, man, his punch output and his power and all of this, he'll give Shakur a tough fighting. This will be this. Shakur goes and press on Williams Zepeda and his team. They turned the fight down. They don't want the fight. For whatever reason, they went in another direction. So I don't know if you want to call that a duck. I don't know what that is, but that's what I know. They didn't want to fight. You get what I'm saying? So now you got Edwin De Los Santos talking, right? You got Edwin De Los Santos talking, right? That's cool because that's a cool fight. But at this point, he calling everybody out. He called Shakur out. He called Pitbull out. He called Frank Martin out. I ain't taking his call out serious because at this point, he just saying names. If your name got some buzz right now, Edwin De Los Santos is saying your name. And I respect it, but I want to see it. I want to see it. Sparky P, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Still talking about Haney. He's still talking about Dev got business with Regis Program. You get what I'm saying? So you got Pitbull Cruz. You got Williams Zepeda, number 3 and number 4 in this list. They both said no. They both said they don't want no smoke. They don't want it. Jermaine Ortiz and Edwin De Los Santos mentioned Shakur's name, right? That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I will watch a Jermaine Ortiz fight. I'll watch him fight Edwin De Los Santos. But I think being that he just had a fight, I don't see him fighting Shakur Stevenson next. So you remove Edwin De Los Santos off the list. You take Williams Zepeda and Isaac Cruz off the list. You take Loma off the list. The only thing you got is Frank Martin, Jermaine Ortiz, and Artem. And Artem just fought. So you take him off as well. So let's put this in perspective. You got Isaac Cruz, no fight. Williams Zepeda, no fight. Kambosos, no fight. You get what I'm saying? Who else is having a harder time making a fight at 135? But everybody keeps saying he the undisputed fantasy champion, this and that. But people don't want to fight him. So what is he supposed to do? Yeah, we quick to say he fighting, hibachi chefs and, he fighting restaurant workers and all this weird stuff. That's cool. I like the jokes too, because I can laugh with y'all. It's funny because he laughed with y'all. You get what I'm saying? But let's be real about this. He would have fought better opponents if the better opponents that the people are telling me will get his man the challenge would have said, yeah. So it seems to me that the boxing public has more faith in these guys beating Shakur than they do. Them and their teams don't even feel confident. What Lomachenko is doing right now is disrespectful as hell to the sport. He never even deserved the undisputed shot, but Devin Haney gave him one because he wanted to fight him. No problem there. But you lost, and you got another opportunity to fight for a vacant belt, but you got people jumping in the comments talking about Loma ain't fighting him for no vacant belt. Why not? That's the best option on the table for him, but he don't want to fight. He don't want no fight. Yeah, and I'm dead serious. I haven't seen one person call him out and put nothing behind it. I haven't seen one person call him out and press him and he say no. I haven't seen it yet. And I just don't think we're gonna see it. I don't. And that's a fact. Champ Ross was good with it, fam. Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling, bro? Top of the morning to you. I like Frank Martin. Fight over the rest of them. Yeah, me too. But look, that's what we here to talk about. I just wanted to put some stuff in perspective on this build, man. Like I like to give credit where it's due. I hate to see credit taken away from fighters. You get what I'm saying? Undeservingly. And at the end of the day, if people gonna keep saying what he gotta do to prove this and prove that, he ain't fought nobody. He's trying to fight people, but people don't want to fight. He's literally pressing Loma's bumper, and he don't want to fight. People should be all over Loma. Won't everybody make the videos about Loma ducking and not wanting to fight? Instead of this dude still talking about Devin Haney. When you got Shakur Stevenson pressing you on your line, Devin Haney got other business to take care of, and it don't involve VASYL Lomachenko. He already handled that business. These people don't know what they want, bro. They don't know what they want. But let's get to it, man, because he pressing. He on Twitter, and he's still pressing Lomachenko, bro. Still pressing him, man. This is what he had to say to Loma, man. This is what he tagged Egas Clemens. Shakur ain't playing with he not playing with Loma. He not playing with Loma. He all on his helmet. So he's showing that same energy that you're supposed to show to a fighter when you want to fight. Am I right or am I right? You get what I'm saying? He tagged Egas and told him there is no better option on the table for him. No better option. Tell your fighter to drop his nuts and tell him to get in the ring with me. Then you see the duck emoji. Then he tagged Loma on top of that. And he told him, I used to have a lot of respect for you, but you just as scary as everybody else. You rather retire than get in the ring with me. You ain't seeing nobody press this man like this. And I don't want to hear shit. Loma is still a credible name in boxing. The fact that he is unwilling to challenge himself against somebody like Shakur Stevenson is disrespectful to the sport. There's no better option for him. Everybody keep whining about him fighting somebody. Look, he trying to fight the guy that y'all guy just fought and struggled with. He's trying to fight him and prove he's the better man that way. Being that he can't get Haney in the ring, he gonna go to Lomachenko. That's what real fighters do. We can't agree and come to terms, and it ain't about ducking when it comes to them two. If them two couldn't come to terms, Dev and Shakur, which they obviously didn't, then he was supposed to move on. He wasn't supposed to spend his time calling out a fighter that clearly got other plans. So what did he do? He went right to Lomachenko, and what did Lomachenko do? Deflect and talk about he got unfinished business with Devin Haney. You don't have no unfinished business with Devin Haney. Your business is finished with him, whether you like it to be or not. It's over with, bro. You can't fight him. It's over. Get it out your head, bro. Get it out your head. You don't deserve another shot at no undisputed anyway. I'm telling you, man. How is he good for the? I'm telling you. You get what I'm saying? Telling you, man. That's what I say, Sean. How is he too good? Like, get in there and prove your worth. Get what I'm saying? What are you gonna do if you fight? I'm telling you, yo, if this dude fight George Kambosos, yo, because he is not trying to fight Shakur, that's wild. And that should tell everybody at home something about Shakur Stevenson. He obviously ain't comfortable enough, because ain't no way in hell you're gonna tell me after I just lose a shot at undisputed, they're gonna then give me another opportunity to fight for not all of the belts, but one of those belts. You give them coming off a loss, and all I got to do is beat a young prospect or whatever, or a young former champion, should I say, in Shakur Stevenson that ain't beat nobody at 135. That should be easy money for Lomachenko, right? He should have all the confidence in the world that he could get in there and beat that young man. But instead, what is he doing? He deflecting and not wanting to get in the ring. This dude is a sucker right now. And unless he get in the ring, he is a sucker. I'm calling it that. Behind the Hands TV, what's good with it, my bro? Table, ladders, and chairs. What's good, bro? Top of the morning to you. Yeah. Nah, man. I wish he wouldn't have responded to Steven Espinoza. I wish he wouldn't have said that, though. Just being real, because I don't think they trying to I don't think they was trying to blackball him or nothing. I just think when it comes to that situation, he's a top-ranked fighter, not a Showtime fighter. So they wasn't going to promote him in no way, shape, or form. And I don't think it was, with the intent to be funny. You get what I'm saying? That's just me. But that'd be funny, though, man. He's the table, ladders, and chairs match. Sports brotherhood, what's good with it, family? That's what it's seeming like, bro. That's what it's seeming like. But I'm just here to talk about it a little bit, because I feel like people are ignoring the obvious. And it's like people don't have no problem complaining that, saying nobody is ducking them. Everybody's not ducking them. Yeah, that's very true. I wish people would stop saying that. It's very irresponsible to say everybody is ducking Shakur Stevenson. Not everybody is ducking him, but we do know Pitbull said no. We know Zepeda said no. Kambosos was cool on that fight. You get what I'm saying? Now you move to Lomachenko, and he looked like he cool on that fight too. So everybody's not ducking him, but them names I just threw out there, call it what it is. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. I want to see these fights, bro. I would want to see this 50-50 fight with him and Loma. He tried it the nice way. And now, where's everybody videos? Where's everybody videos talking about how he pressing Lomachenko now? Because before, the consensus was, why is he being so nice to the man? He's being too nice to the man. He pressed and disrespected Devin Haney. He don't look like he disrespecting Loma right now. He don't look like he tagging him, his team, his people. He on his ass. It just don't look like he respect Loma no more. He said, I used to have a lot of respect for you, just as scary as everybody else. So I don't see no bunch of videos with people saying, yeah, he on his ass. Where all the Lomachenko ducking videos at? I don't know where them joints at. I don't know where they at. Shakur vs. Loma and Keyshawn vs. Kambosos. Hey, man. Champ Ross. I like that. I like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. That'd be fun to watch. Yo. That'd be cool to watch. For T.O., he fought Devin. He deserved a soft touch. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know because he fought T.O. That was years ago. You get what I'm saying? That was years ago. He fought T.O. You get what I'm saying? Before he fought Devin Haney, he was just coming off of Jermaine Ortiz. You get what I'm saying? That they called a prospect. I mean, a tune-up. You get what I'm saying? So I get the soft touch, but again, ain't Loma in it to be great, right? Loma in it to be great. You get what I'm saying? Ain't he in it to be great? You just look at it like this. You just lost undisputed. You just lost an opportunity at undisputed that was given to you. You didn't earn it. You ain't have to beat nobody real serious to get a shot at Devin Haney. You got that shot because Dad wanted to beat your ass. And he went there, he beat you, right? Now you lose. You get another opportunity to fight a quality fighter for a vacant title and you don't want it. And then what you going to do? You going to go chase down Kambosos for that IBO title that they just robbed Maxie Hughes for? You get what I'm saying? Loma retired without fighting Shakur. He wild. He bogus, bro. And he do want the Haney rematch, but he ain't gonna get it because Haney and Prograis fight. Meeting Bob's office, demand an explanation of the duck move. Absolutely, Mo. Absolutely, my bro. Facts, man. Facts, yo. This is not good for the sport. Like people, it's going over everybody's head, man. Like this should be the fight. Like nobody should be making any excuse why this man can't get in the ring with Shakur, a guy that ain't proved nothing at 35. It should be an easy fight for him. He ain't proved nothing at 35. He ain't beat nobody but a hibachi chef / restaurant worker. That's all he beat. Loma should have no problem beating this dude. Ain't he overrated? Ain't Shakur overrated? Ain't that what they say? He overrated and all this other stuff? They just keep saying he could beat anybody without having to fight him. All right. Well, Loma, you should have no problem beating that dude ass. You should have no problem beating his ass, bro. Beat his ass, man. Mm-hmm. Right. Facts. D1, what's good with it, my bro? Top of the morning to you. What's good with it? Loma ain't no spring chicken either. Yeah. If you want a soft touch, go get it. Yeah, but he out here talking about Haney. You get what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying? You can't get Haney. So what you do? You get the next best thing up. You get what I'm saying? You can't get the undisputed champion back in the ring. You can't do that. You can't get that fight. That fight is off the table for you. So what you going to do? Sit there and keep whining and complaining about it and never get the fight? Get what I'm saying? This dude is bogus, bro. Fans already think he beat Devin Haney. He doesn't need to rematch him. Fight Shakur. You see that? Good point. Good point, D1. Good point. Good point. My thing is you barking up the wrong tree. And you got somebody barking up your tree, bro. You got somebody barking up your tree, but you acting like you cool on that fight. And people just gonna act like they gonna let it slide. Nah, bro, we ain't letting that slide. We ain't letting it slide. Loma, it ain't about trying to call Loma a duck. It's not about trying to tear him down as a fighter. I just think highly of Loma. I thought Loma thought highly of himself. I thought he was willing to take on any and all comers. You get what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm expecting from Loma because that's the energy we expect from every fighter, right? So why do we change the rules for Lomachenko? You know what I'm saying? Nah, you want to prove that you the man? You got an opportunity to prove that. Why wouldn't you want to beat him? Imagine the story if you was to get in the ring with Shakur and beat him. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, it'd be a damn good win, I'll tell you that. The biggest fighter of their careers. And as close as Haney Lung was, they run it back. Nah, that Sparky, I get it. Sometimes they do. They do. But in this case, Dad was like, man, he washed his hands with that. That's tough in both weight bullies. I'll say this, man. I'll say this. The man just got to the division. And I seen all the Shakur fights. I never seen a fight where he won it because of his weight. I've never seen it. And the fact that he's just not a pure puncher, it should tell you like how much his weight really contributed to why he win fights as opposed to it being skills. That's why I give that conversation no validity. That man win fights because of his skills. Undercard was good with it, bro. He on people bumper, man. He pressed Kambosos too, man. Look how he be, man. Look how my young boy be on it, man. He be on timing, man. They don't want it, man. We We on one today, man. Hey, Cord, man. What he say? What he say to him?
I want to see you first with Devin.
If he fight me.
Lopez, Devin Haney twice. Another top 10. Let's go top 10.
You getting in the ring with me will be bad. That's all I'm trying to say.
As a top 10 guy, I fought 4 top 10 guys back to back.
I respect. I respect what you've done. I respect what you've done. I'm not a belt. I ain't taking nothing away from you, bro. I'm just saying, as far as me, I feel as though you can't me. If they don't fight me,
why don't you take the 25%, bro, against Devin? Come on, man.
Hey, if they don't fight me, we can make it happen. If they don't fight me, we can make it happen. And I'm going to stop you.
Yeah. You stop me?
I promise you I'm going to stop you.
I don't think so.
I'm going to stop you. Hey, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to beat the out of you. Look how little he is. He's little. He's tiny.
How much you been eating?
I'm on weight right now.
Don't spend too much money.
I'm on weight right now.
Let's get the scouts.
I'm on weight right now. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, man.
Let's bet me and him.
Tay said the same thing and look what happened to Tay.
You got some high. I'm not chill.
Oh man. That's how you press them. That's how you press somebody. That's how you press them out. And again, it's sad, yo. Look, it's sad. They remember Julius one Lomachenko versus Tank versus Core. I'll take either of them fights. I'll take them too. He said everybody can't get their clout off Loma. It's not about clout. It's about wanting to prove that you're the best, bro. Shakur been clouted up since an Olympian. I keep telling people that when it comes to clout, that's not clout that he's searching for. He told the man, yo, he respect his skills. Let's get the fans a high skilled, chess match. You get what I'm saying? He gave him his respect. It's not about clout. It's about proving that I'm better than you. That's what they in it to do. They're not in it to clout chase. He's in it. He clearly pressing this man and want to fight him. It's definitely not about clout. It's about wanting to fight. And it's sad that we making it about everything else. This is their job. His job is to fight. This is the best option on the table for him. Shakur is telling him that. Although it might be the riskiest one, but ain't you Lomachenko? Ain't you the great VASYL high-tech Lomachenko? You get what I'm saying? Mickey Bay was top 10 in the dressing room. So Haney is technically champion recess. Loma got to move on. If you telling us a Shakur fight is more dangerous than a Haney fight, just say that, bro. Just say it. Just tell us that. Just say Shakur more dangerous without saying it. Say Shakur more dangerous than Haney without saying it. Nah, you know what I mean? Say it without saying it, Loma. Say it without saying it. Say it without saying it, bro. Say it without saying it. You just got to get decision. Is someone on my helmet? You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get in there with that young scrap, man. Get in there. It's not about clout. It's about proving who the absolute best, bro. Respectfully. It really is. Like, this ain't what they in it for. They not in it just for clout. They in it to fight. And I think he went about it in a very respectful approach to the point where it had people making videos about how he spoke to Loma, how he was too nice to Loma. Then he pressed him this way, and it's crickets. So again, I just wanted to highlight the timeline. I wanted to come here and provide some balance on YouTube because people like to push the needle too far to the left or too far to the right. I'm here to put it back to the middle. Everybody is not ducking Shakur. That's an irresponsible comment to make, right? To say everybody, because he ain't trying to fight everybody. But there are some guys that said no straight up to a fight with him. I don't know if that's ducking. I don't know what people call it nowadays, but you got multiple fighters that said no to him. So if that's not ducking, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what it could be, bro. I just don't know what it could be. If they're clearly saying no and then going to fight lesser opposition, how are we supporting this? I get what a soft touch is, but again, Loma in it to be great. So do you want to be great or do you not? You want to fight Kambosos for an IBO title, or you want to go over there and have a stadium fight? Or do you want to fight Shakur for a WBC strap and get a respectable opponent in the ring with you? Tay, what's good, Queen? How you feeling? Top of the morning to you. Salute to my bro D1. You already know. This was an early one. I just wanted to come talk about this, have a little conversation. But look, it is what it is. From what it looked like Loma is set in his ways. It looked like he's hell bent on screaming about a rematch that he clearly isn't going to get. He's not going to get it. So you got to move on. You get what I'm saying? You got to move on. and we're gonna move on to the next order of business, man. Hold on, let me see something. I want to touch on this for a second. How many of y'all remember that the stuff that was going on with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, and everybody was like, well, Shakur, remember when you gave Herring such and such percentage and you told him it was just business and this and this and that? Everybody was making it seem like Shakur did Herring wrong. What is Jamel Herring saying right here in this tweet to Shakur Stevenson? What is he saying right here? When people try to make it seem like Shakur hold him in negotiations, remember everybody was pushing that false narrative? Shakur did it to Jamel Herring. It was cool when he did it to Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring said, no, Shakur and I worked out a deal and went from there. But everybody was pushing this false ass narrative that he did him bad in negotiations. Yo, people crazy, man. They kill me. This conversation is to restore balance on YouTube because we don't got enough of it. Like I said, people push the needle too far to the left or too far to the right and not enough in the middle. And that's what I'm here to do. All these false ass narratives, people just run with anything. Get out of here with that, man. The man is like that. And until somebody show me in the ring that he's not, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear none of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Loma just retired to avoid it. Yeah, just retired, yo. Just give it up. Get what I'm saying, Sean? So I ain't calling for those soft touches unless I'm questioning if you should retire. Now, other than that, summons the smoke. Talk to him, bro. Summons the smoke. Get your in there. I just wanted to touch on that because people was running with that. Yeah, he did this and that to Jamel Herring. He did Jamel Herring dirty. It's coming out of Jamel Herring's mouth. Nah, they worked out a deal and went from there. He didn't do him dirty. That's just another narrative people wanted to push because it made them comfortable. Get your asses out of here with that, man. Salute to Jamel Herring for being a real one. Man, yeah, man. Drop yo nuts. So moving on, since Igis, Klimas, and Lomachenko don't want to drop their nuts and get in the ring, then like a real fighter you should just move on, right? You should just move on. So that brings me to this right here. So I guess being that Lomachenko ain't step up to the plate and he look like he's not. Y'all savior, y'all next y'all savior now is Frank Martin. Now y'all want to see Shakur and Frank Martin. Yeah, now y'all want to see Shakur and Frank Martin. Well, everybody asked. He said they asked Herring what his number was and then gave it to him. Period. Top rank work to put a deal to satisfy both pockets. Talk to him. And this is what the truth is, but it's not enough people speaking his truth, Mo. It's not enough people doing that because people like narratives because they're more juicy. I guess they get the conversation going better. People like the lies over the truth, bro. Exactly. Herring was satisfied, man. He was treated responsibly, bro. You see what I'm saying? But people was pushing a narrative that he got did dirty in negotiations. Another lie that people be pushing is wild to me. But moving on, now I see that the fight that they're calling it for is Frank Martin, right? Cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Joe was good with it. He should have took the flat fee. Nope, he shouldn't have. I told you he wasn't going to fight him. Who you talking about? Who wasn't going to fight who? Rome the plug was good with it, fam. How you feeling? Joe was good with it. But moving on, they moved to Frank Martin. So, they want Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson next. And I think that makes sense too. LaMarcus was good, Brody. How you feeling on top of the top to you, man? They want to see Frank Martin. They want to see the ghosts. And you see Ghost Martin is number 5 right here and on his list. You see Lomachenko is pretty much saying no at number 1. Shakur's 2. Isaac Cruz at number 3 said no. Williams at paid at 4 said no. You got Frank Martin at 5. I think that's a good fight. I think if that's the next fight but again, we got to be realistic. You already know, man. Appreciate you, LaMarcus. I'm here early with it, man. I'll be back later. We doing double duty today. You know what I mean? Oh, Loma. Yeah. Nah, right. Yeah. He don't want to fight, bro. So look, we moving on, right? We moving on. Now we talking Frank Martin. And I like I said, I like the fight. I like the fight, but this is what Shakur had to say about that. He said he never believed in ghosts, but I'm right here. I ain't hard to find. So y'all already know what that means. And the young boy ain't turning down no smoke. But again, we got to be realistic because people are prisoners of the moment. And far too often, people have conversations without putting things in perspective. Would I like to see Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson next? Yes, absolutely, 1,000,000%, right? But will it happen next? Absolutely not. And people got to be more realistic. It's not going to happen because one of the guys are ducking each other, right? One of the reasons right off the bat it's not going to happen because Frank Martin just fought not too long ago. And Shakur Stevenson got a date of, I think it's November 16th. I think he got that date locked in. So you're going to have to be more realistic with the opponent selection. You get what I'm saying? I think Frank Martin is off the table simply because he just fought. And the fact that he's over there on the other side, I don't know how anxious they'll be to try to set up a fight between the two. But I know me as a fight fan, you know, I would love to see any opportunity I got to see him fight Frank Martin. I want to see, give it to me. You get what I'm saying? Give it to me. Bob needs to send a contract to who? Who you need to send a contract to? For who? For who? But look, he said he don't believe in ghosts. So he ain't worried about that smoke either. But I don't know. I think one of the more realistic options possibly would be a Jermaine Ortiz, man. They got him at number 7. That's not the worst thing. That's not a bad thing. But I think if you just being realistic, that's all you got. You got Frank Martin up there. You got De Los Santos. You got Jermaine Ortiz. And you got Artem that just fought. So he off the table as well. So you got Jermaine Ortiz, De Los Santos, but he just fought as well not too long ago. So I don't see him fighting. I don't see him fighting Shakur next either. What's good, Cuzzo? How you feeling? What's good with it? Ashley's Corner, top of the top, Cuzzo. Well, I'm just here early, just having this conversation because shit be pissing me off sometimes. Top Rank ain't rushing to do business with PBC either, right? Yeah, right. And that's how. And I just don't see it. I just don't see it. You get what I'm saying? For that reason, with them anyway. But I would love to see it. Loma barely made it past Ortiz. And you know what, Sean? That's facts. That's why I think that does make that a good fight. If Ortiz can make the weight. You get what I'm saying? If he can make the weight. You get what I'm saying? I just don't know if he could. That's a big dude, man. I don't know if he can make 35 still. You know what I'm saying? I know his last fight got called off because he missed weight, but he said it was because he had an injury in training camp or something like that, and he couldn't train for a big portion of the camp, caused him to miss weight. That sounds believable. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, I'll take that fight as well, man. I just want to put things in perspective. Like, people be complaining too much about who ain't ducking them out. Why people got to stop saying everybody ducking Shakur? Yeah, I agree. Stop saying that. People, whoever's saying it, please stop saying it. When you say people are ducking Shakur, put it in perspective. Pitbull Cruz said no. Williams and Payton said no. Kambosos was cool on the smoke. Lomachenko looked like he cool on the smoke. So now he got to go to the next order of business. And I hope it's a solid fight for him. I really do. I just don't know who they can make. You know, I know people want Frank Martin, but he just fought. He's not going to be ready for no November date. You get what I'm saying? There's no way possible he'll be ready for a November date. They've had to check. Regis just want to fight on the same day as Tyson. I seen that too. And, you know, I reported like what Regis said, and people got to stop just reading titles. You have to listen to the video. I know what Regis said about what he said out his mouth. That's why I played what he said out his mouth. And then I give an assessment. Like, people don't listen to the assessment. They just look at the title and think that I want to call Dev a duck. If they listen to my video, I said I know he's going to sign a contract. I don't know exactly what the holdup is, but I'm pretty sure it's something. And then you fast forward to today, and what is he saying? He said he just don't want to fight on the same date as Tyson Fury. Seemed reasonable to me. It seemed reasonable. You get what I'm saying? It seemed reasonable. But at the time of, nobody knew that information. You get what I'm saying? So people be too sensitive, man. They be too sensitive, man. Regis feel the way he feel. He got a date locked in. He said, y'all trying to switch the date. He's standing on that date. Lons, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Top of the top to you, man. Safe travels, man. Your hours change. Safe travels on the way to work, cuz Greets with fire. What's good with it, fam? What's good with it? You can have that. You can have that, Greets. I just said what I said, bro. I just said what I said. Could you disprove to me what I just said? Could you disprove to me that Isaac Cruz didn't say no? Did Isaac Cruz say yes or no, Greets? Did he say yes or no? Did Williams Zepeda, did he say yes or no? Greeks. They both said no, right? They both said no. I don't know if that's a duck, but what is that? What is it? Because I'm pretty sure if people press Shakur bumper and he say no, they're going to be quick to call him a duck. They already said he ducked Devin Haney. Yeah, Joe. I made a video and, you know, I play exactly what the fighters say out their mouth and I give my assessment. My assessment is always fair, but people don't listen to that far into the video, if at all, because people just want to argue. People want to be mad. You get what I'm saying? I don't like it. Savage Killer, what's good with it? Don't want Shakur fighting Tank. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that, though. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's that. Martin most likely won't be fighting Shakur. Nope. I mean, times PBC guys wander across the street and come back with an L. Are killing Uncle Al. Who is Steve said no. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Haney and Shakur the same. No one's ducking either. Nah, bro. Don't do that, Greeks. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Salute to the OG. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. Appreciate you, Joe. And I know, unlike unlike people, you'll actually listen to the assessment. People just, I'm going to put the title how I'm supposed to put it. I'm going to put it exactly what Regis said. He said what he said to the Haneys, and I respond. You know what I'm saying? Now I could respond later to what Devin Haney said, because that's how you report on news as it comes out. You can't report on something before it comes out. I'm not inside the Haney hive. I'm not inside the Haney camp. So if y'all knew the information about him not wanting to fight on the same date as Tyson Fury before me, then that's y'all. I didn't know about it. So I can't speak on something I don't know about. When I see it, I'll speak on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody's out to make Haney look like something he not. You get what I'm saying? People got to listen to videos, bro. He got more fans than y'all would realize if y'all Haney fans would allow it. Y'all don't allow people to support him because everybody don't praise him the same level that y'all do. We rock with the man. Unapologetically, 100%, we rock with him. But I just get tired of the gotta constantly explain every video you make about the kid. Won't y'all just listen? Listen, bro, we rock with him. We know he gonna get in there and stand on business. We know he gonna fight Regis. He came too far. He came too far to step back. Now you gotta fight him. But again, Haney and Shakur is not the same. Haney and Shakur is not the same. Haney got the 135. Shakur got the 135, knocked his first opponent out, and went right for the smoke. Pitbull Cruz and his team said no. Williams and Payton and his team said no. Kambosos was cool on the smoke, and now Lomachenko is also cool on the smoke. That's 4 fighters, if you keep in count. Don't tell me ain't nobody ducking. Don't tell me why they all saying no. What is it called then? They pressing for him. Don't do that. We gonna call this shit down the middle. We gonna call it how we see it, not how we want it to be. So they ain't nothing the same. Everybody's not ducking them. But these guys these several guys on this list is cool on the smoke. VASYL Lomachenko is one of them. He the more recent one. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me these dudes not turning down smoke to fight lesser opposition. He just fought, no disrespect to Cabrera. That's who Pitbull Cruz went and fought. He said no to Shakur and went and fought Cabrera. Come on, man. Get out of here with that. Giovanni Cabrera. Miss me with that. Williams Zepeda, I forgot who he fought because don't nobody remember. He said no as well. Y'all got to stop with this, man. Stop, man. Stop. The information is out there. Just let it be what it is. That's not nothing I'm making up. Did you hear what Shakur just said? They said he would be running. It would be like a dog chasing a cat. They said no. Nah, it ain't no. Ain't no relax. You relax. Tell me when I'm lying. I don't like you in here just saying anything right now. Over here, we responsible with our comments, Greeks, and you know that. And you know I rock with you, but you ain't making sense. You ain't making sense. Tell me what I said that ain't making sense. These dudes said no. That I don't know if that's ducking or not, but they said no. They said no. Don't tell me him and Haney the same. Ain't nobody ducking either. Nah, that's not the same. They got 2 totally different careers, bro. Did Devin Haney start his career at 126? I don't think so. Fighting right. He said he right fight Rolly in December. Ricky Williams, my bro, what's good with it? Shakur doesn't do good business. It is what it is. That's your opinion. I ain't here to complain about how he do business. I'm just here to put things in perspective. The conversation is if people are ducking him or not, and if everybody are ducking him or not. And no, everybody's not ducking him. But I know Isaac Cruz said no. I know Zepeda said no. I know Kambosos was cool on the smoke as well. He just fought Maxie Hughes, who they just robbed for a title. And I know now Lomachenko is also looking like he's saying no. So I don't know what people want me to say. I can't get into how he do business because I don't know how he do business. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But what I do know is he's trying to fight. And people are saying everything else but that. You get what I'm saying? You said he need to fight somebody that makes sense. He tried to do that coming straight to the weight class. People not acknowledging it. I'm here to provide the balance that I don't see on YouTube because people like to push narratives because that make them sleep good at night. Get out of here, man. At the end of the day, somebody proved to me that you can beat them in the ring. I'm tired of all this flim flam and all this politics and back and forth. Can you beat them? Can you beat them inside the ring is what I want to see. And I ain't saying you can't do it. I just want to see it. Can you beat them? That's all. Do you want to fight and can you beat him? I want to see how good he is. Get what I'm saying? I thought Loma would be a good test. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight. You know, yo, be real, bro. De Los Santos just fought. De Los Santos just fought. Frank just fought. And then you saying he need to step up his competition, but he trying to fight Loma, but you ain't got nothing to say about why Loma is telling him no and trying to fight a guy that's moving to 140. Dre's Finest, what's good with it? You dig? What's good, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all making too many excuses, bro. If there is no excuse in the world why Loma and Shakur can't fight next, there is no excuse other than somebody don't want to fight. Why are we not calling it what it is? Why are we talking about all this other shit? Well, I just don't get it. Frank just fought. Frank just fought. Do y'all really think they making that fight? Like, why are we not being realistic? Let's be realistic, bro. No, it ain't. At 135, it'll never be dead, man. As long as Shakur and Tank at 135, it'll never be dead. Shakur versus Artem. He just fought. He just fought. He just fought. It greets. Is Terrence Crawford old? Is Terrence Crawford old? Because last time I checked, Terrence Crawford about to be 36 years old with 40 fights. With 40 fights. He 30. Is Terrence Crawford old? I just want to know. I want to know why is Loma so old and Terrence Crawford is not. And he got way more fights professionally. Yeah, I responded to that. My boy said he never believed in no ghosts. So and I know Frank Martin. Y'all might think Frank Martin. Y'all might tell you what's good. Y'all might think Frank Martin, y'all savior, but he ain't, man. He ain't. And he just fought. So we gotta be a little more realistic. And Shakur got a November date. Is anybody gonna be able to fight him by November? Is Frank Martin gonna be ready to fight him by November? I'm talking about him though. I'm talking about him, Greeks, because I made a point. I made a point. Did I not make a point? You said Lomachenko is old. Lomachenko is how old? How old? How old? That's the point I made, Greeks. It ain't about Crawford. I made a point. Did I not make a point? Is Crawford old too? Because I don't hear nobody calling Crawford old. Is Crawford old? And he got 40 fights. They think Frank Martin. Y'all think Frank Martin is the savior to beat Shakur, but y'all gonna be sadly mistaken. Dudes can't even name somebody without box rec, and without looking it up. Somebody name me 5 Frank Martin fights. 5. Somebody name me 5 Frank Martin fights right off the bat. Go. Nah, don't give me that greets. Don't give me that greets black fighters age slower. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. If Terrence Crawford is not old, neither is Lomachenko. Don't give me that, bro. Don't give me that. But Shakur want to fight a good fighter. Shakur want to fight a good fighter. He trying to fight. Like, I'm not understanding what people not getting. He came to the weight class. He pressed on Pitbull Cruz, who everybody said would test him. He said no. He pressed on Williams and Pater, who everybody said would test him. He said no. Kambosos is cool. He went and fought Maxie Hughes. We all know the story. So now he's also pressing Lomachenko, who also said no. So now y'all moving to Frank Martin. Cool. It just got to make sense. Frank Martin just fought, bro. Frank Martin just fought. Based on what? Greets. Name 5 Frank Martin fights. Go. 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 You can't, but I could. You can't, but I could. You can't, but I could, Joe. I could name them. I could name them. I could name them. He said he lined up Frank. Loma said no. Yeah. And again, he said he never believed in no ghosts. So he ain't hard to find. He responded to Frank. Frank Martin can't fight right now. He just fought. That's why I say people don't be realistic. I keep telling y'all, Shakur, from what I understand, got a November date. Who is going to be ready to fight by November? You follow Frank closely. I agree. Name 5 of his fights, bro. You making it better for me. I ain't this. Y'all, you know this is a conversation with me. You know what I mean? Just name me 5 Frank Martin fights. I'm getting somewhere with it. I'm trying to show y'all how y'all prisons are the moment. Name me 5 of his fights. And Frank Martin is a damn good fighter, bro. So don't think I'm not saying that. Who we fighting in November? That's what we trying to figure out today. That's what we trying to figure out. Because everybody keeps saying unrealistic stuff. Y'all keep saying Frank Martin. Frank Martin. How you going to fight Frank Martin in November if Frank Martin just fought? Got to be realistic, man. Got to be realistic. And it's a reason people can't name 5 Frank Martin fights, but you got him beating Shakur already. His last 3 is better than anyone Shakur ever fought. You know that's true. Who last 3? Who last 3? And based off what? Based off how you feel? Based off what? Man, y'all gonna make me take this a different way, man. Y'all gonna make me take this a different way because y'all not being realistic. Y'all just want to go back and forth, really. Y'all not really trying to have a conversation, really. You want to have all this. Would Loma be better than anybody on Frank Martin's resume? Right or wrong? Would beating Loma, would that be a better win on Shakur Stevenson's resume than anybody on Frank Martin's resume? Stop, man. Knock it off, man. Knock it off. Y'all keep saying y'all want him to fight somebody good, but he's showing you that he's trying to fight people that the people say would test him, and dudes are constantly saying no. And all y'all do is move the goalpost to somebody else who he can't unrealistically fight. I don't get you people. I don't get it. Frank Martin is not the answer, bro. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Y'all going to be sadly mistaken. I'm telling you right now. Y'all going to be sadly mistaken. I still ain't seen nobody name 5 Frank Martin fights yet. All right, name 4. F it. Name 4. Do anything. Frank got not suspended. What does Frank just fighting? Because he can't fight him. That's what it got to do with it. He can't fight him by November. I don't understand why you're not hearing me. He can't fight him by November. He can't fight him. I'm trying hard to name 5 fights. Can't spell the last one without box rack. Yeah, I hard to. Shakur said, not me. If Loma said, yeah. I know what he said, but how is he going to fight him? He's telling you, I will fight him. But how is he going to fight him by the date is my point. I don't understand. I don't get it. Frank Martin would not be ready by that date. So you're going to have to revisit that at another time. Y'all going to have to be realistic. I can't name him because I don't watch him. I watch him, but you can't name 5 fights though. Talk to him, man. Talk to him. That's because nobody wanting to fight. None of y'all, ain't nobody in the chat really, like the ones that's putting resistance against Shakur and saying who he's not fighting. You're not telling me who he can fight realistically. So we're not talking about nothing. He's trying to fight people. He's trying to fight the guy that Devin Haney just fought, that he just struggled with, and he don't want to fight him. I wonder why that is. He pressing him and he talking about Devin Haney. I wonder why that is. I wonder why Loma don't want to fight Shakur. He got a November date, bro. He got a November date. A November date. I think it's November 16th, if I'm not mistaken. It might be November 16th, if I'm not mistaken. November 16th. Duno Ortelian Rivera Perez is 4. There you go. There you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. There you go, my bro. There you go. There you go. Yo, you're not listening, Greeks. You're not listening, bro. So, all right, listen, I'm gonna say this again because you're not listening. When did I ever say I was Frank Martin's promoter? That's number one. Come on, man. We having a conversation. Don't be foolish, bro. Don't be foolish. You up here campaigning for Frank Martin way more than me. I'm telling you, the man just fought. That ain't got to be his promoter. That's logic, bro. He just fought. How the hell is he gonna fight Shakur by November? Or is he just that bad that he gonna be ready? He do got a date. He do got a date. I don't know where your information come from, but he do got a date. Shakur has a November date. I don't know where your information comes from, but he got a date. I'm not making it up. He got a date. The man they got a November date. They had a November date in line for this dude already. I don't understand why we not understanding that. And that's also a lie. He never broke no ribs. That's another lie, bro. Another lie. Frank said he would take the fight last week. Yo. God, yo. Stop, yo. Stop, Greeks. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop, man. Stop. Stop, bro. Frank Martin ain't taking no damn Shakur fight by November, yo. Just stop. Like, really, stop, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Foaming at the mouth when it comes to PBC fighters. But EJ did try to talk a Frank fight before. Shakur has his sights on Dave Loma at the time, though. Right. He ain't break nobody ribs. That's another lie. Shakur Bob never said shit about a date. All right, well, look it up then, bro, because I'm telling you, he got a November date locked in already. And again, I'm gonna say this: I got solid sources, and I just seen it again today about his date. So I don't know why y'all don't know that he got a November date, but y'all see when it happened. Then Shakur need to push for Tank. Tank ain't got no fight line up. I don't think that's gonna happen due to what Bob said. Nah, no, he didn't. Show me the report where I could go find that, Joe. Show me. It's one of the dates that they have in mind for him, bro. It's one of the dates that they have in mind for him. And the reason, let's be real, the reason he don't have no fighter because the guy he's trying to fight is dragging his feet and acting like he don't want to fight. Let's stop acting like Lomachenko don't want to fight, bro. He didn't break Lomachenko ribs. That's another lie. Just show me where I could go look that up. I got my phone right in front of me. I'll go look it up. Frank say he'll take the fight. Yeah, it sounds good, but he capping. Yeah, he not taking no fight on no quick turnaround like that. That's a lie. That's a lie. So again, why would you expect him? Why would you expect him to have opponent lined up if the guy that he was just fully invested in fighting said no? Why would you then expect him to have an opponent lined up? Like, y'all not even being realistic. Y'all just saying stuff. He's supposed to have an opponent, again, lined up after the guy that he was fully invested in fighting said no. Y'all got to make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. He can move to Frank, but unless he's not fighting in November, bro, then I'm cool with it. I don't know what y'all not hearing. I'm cool with the Frank Martin fight. But again, I'm putting that date in my head. If that November date is to be true, which I think it is, which I think is solid, he ain't fighting him. He ain't fighting no Frank Martin by then. Fight Shakur for a vacant. I don't think he's trying to fight Shakur, period, to be honest with you, Jonathan. It's not about the vacant, bro. He just don't want to fight him. And people don't want to call it what it is. He just don't want to fight him. It's not about the vacant, bro. Or he just don't want to fight. That's the best option on the table, Jonathan. What better option do we have? You get what I'm saying? What better option do we have? Francesco Patera, Floyd Schofield, Roberto Omar, and the Great Loma are the only top 10 fighters available for November. You're welcome. Talk to them. Talk to them. That's my boy. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. At the entire 135 weight class at Duck, so Shakur can move up and fight Matias, Puerto Rico versus Puerto Rico. Greets, you funny as hell, bro. Oh man, Loma versus Colby next for a belt. That bad not. Big Dog Willie, what's good, my bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up. You stupid, yo. Oh man. Loma versus Comey next at that. Nah, man. They fought already. It's just sad this is where we at in boxing. We don't put things in perspective. We just yell shit out. We just yell shit out that's unrealistic. It don't matter how unrealistic it is. We just gonna say it anyway. The hell out of here, man. The man's supposed to wait till Frank Martin ready to fight him. Like, man, the hell out of here, man. I can't wait to see. I swear I hope they make that fight next. I bet any one of y'all. I bet any one of y'all when they make that fight. Any one of y'all yelling that Frank Martin shit, put your money up when they make that fight. Put your money up. I swear, put your money up. All y'all that couldn't name 4 or 5 Frank Martin fights, put y'all money up. And I ain't talking like money shit. I'm just saying for this fight, I'm confident that Frank Martin loses this one. That's what I'm saying. Bet one of y'all checks. I will. I swear I will. With this matchup, I swear I will. And I don't even bet. I swear I will. For this fight, I will. For this fight, I definitely will. Shakur versus Wilder. Oh, man. Here's Shakur fight a bum. Put your bread up. I'll tell you this. Man. If you just seen the best possible opponent on the list say no to him, how are y'all again complaining about who he fight when he trying to fight the absolute best available opponent? Again, why are we complaining about who he fight when he's clearly chasing the best available opponent? He clearly chasing the best available opponent. And again, nobody want to ignore that just to push a narrative that he ain't fighting nobody, right? Because people don't want to fight him. You got about 3 names on that list that said no, but people don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to talk about he fighting bums. That's because the dudes that y'all say can fight don't want to fight him. The guy that just gave Devin Haney hell don't want to fight him. Put that in perspective. Y'all put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. He was very confident in there with Devin Haney. He's so confident that he's talking about a rematch, but he won't dare get in there with Shakur. That should tell you everything you need to know. Should tell you everything you need to know, man. Y'all missing the point. Y'all can have y'all little sidebar conversations. At the end of the day, that man is like that, and ain't nobody in the ring showed me that he's not. And when he pressing dudes, they don't want to fight. They don't. Loma was never going to fight him. Well, Loma's a duck then. Loma's a duck. Straight like that. Big Dog Willie in the super chat. Salute to my bro, man. Shakur will beat the hell out of Frank Martin. Absolutely. These dudes couldn't even name 4 Frank Martin fights it took for my bro to do it. They couldn't name 4 Frank Martin fights, but they in here lobbying how he going to beat Shakur. Yeah, right. Based off what? Your feelings? You imagine Shakur fighting Artem Hula Hooper, whatever the hell his name is. Imagine that. He ain't winning no 3-4 rounds against Shakur, and y'all know that. Cut this shit.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Hey, Larry, salute to Larry Lopez. Yeah, Loma also avoided Haney just to fight him in the long run. So make of that what you will. And he still want to fight him. So make of that what you will. Meanwhile, Shakur fresh, you ain't never fought him. You sparred him, but you ain't never fight him, and you don't want to. He's a duck. Salute to my bro Jim, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Good morning, top of the top to my bro, man. Yes, early cook. Salute to you, Brody. Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Damn, I need some juice. Salute to my bro Sean. About their other errors, and I got Shakur over Frank, but that's the best fight aside from Tank and Loma. Yeah, man. Dad has left the building. Salute to my bro Sean. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Dad gonna take care of business at 140. But I just don't like how people call it how it is, not how you want it to be. You got people, you got quality, decent fighters on the table for him, but they're saying no. And people are ignoring that and talking about who he gonna fight. He's trying to fight. he's showing you intent on trying to fight the best out there, but they're saying no, and it's leaving him with no other option. So if you're gonna speak about who he's not fighting, you got to speak about who don't want to fight him. That's only being real. You got to speak about who don't want to fight him.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Only pressing Frank. No, if you pressing Frank. Yeah, so I guess Frank Martin is next, y'all. Shakur not beating none of the top 3 guys. De Los Santos, Frank, or Tank. I'll tell you what, Frank, Tank and Shakur is the Super Bowl of boxing. He'll beat the hell out of De Los Santos, and he gonna beat Frank Martin up too. And I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. And I want y'all to be here when it happens. He'll beat the hell out of both of them dudes. Both of them. De Los Santos ain't skillful enough. The only thing he got is a puncher's chance. A puncher's chance. It's sad that you hanging on to De Los Santos beating Shakur. He'll whoop his ass, and you know it. De Los Santos will get took to school, and he a front runner. Get that out of here, man. He ain't got enough skill to beat Shakur, bro. He ain't got enough skill. He ain't got enough skill to beat Shakur. And you know he don't. Based on what? De Los Santos beating who? Rayo? Beating Rayo? That dude already got a loss, and he'll have another one effing with Shakur, man. He ain't got enough skill, and you know it. Should have took the feed. Well, nah, your boy. Don't make me start, Joe. Don't make me start. Don't start me back up on that topic. Don't start me back up. I'm gonna say this again. My boy made a chess move. He wasn't about to let the business of boxing hold him out for no belts that he was eventually gonna have to pay for anyway once he whooped the dude ass who had the belts. Straight like that. So what he did, he said, I ain't taking no 25%. I'm gonna get my team to go hit up them sanctioning bodies. And what happened after that? If anybody in here could tell me what happened after that, then we got a conversation. Other than that, that shit went dead the minute he went and hit up them sanctioning bodies, bro. They aren't Frank Martin fans. This is the Haney Code.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro, Big Dog Willie. Appreciate you, bro. Sean, peace to you, Brody. Shakur is nothing like Benavidez. Yeah, he's way more skillful, Greets. He's way more skillful. Way more skillful than Benavidez. Yeah, he's nothing alike. He's nothing alike. Benavidez ain't no silver medalist. You damn right. He ain't nothing alike. Only thing they got in common is they both missed weight before. Shakur's in the position Deb was in a few years ago, 135. Maybe so. Maybe so. I don't see anyone beating Shakur at 135. We're going to see, man. I know he got to prove it. I'm cool with everybody feeling like he got to prove it, bro. I'm cool with it. Listen, he got to prove it. But, again, most of this conversation about Shakur is about bullshit. It's not about nobody actually beating him in the ring. It's about bullshit because that's what people rather talk about, bullshit. At the end of the day, the man is trying to fight the best available opposition. If you're going to complain about who he's fighting next, put that in there too. Say, yeah, well, he tried to fight Loma, but he ended up fighting the trash can because Loma said no. Say that. Be real about it. Don't tell no half-ass story like he's intending on fighting lesser guys when he's trying to fight the best available opposition. Tell me not. Can anybody in here tell me he's not trying to fight the best available opposition? How? Can you tell me that? You see it. You see what he's doing. You see they got Lomachenko at number 1. And who is he pressing? Who is he pressing? We're not having no real conversation. Who is he pressing? He pressing the number 1 guy. And the number 1 guy is saying no. So just say that. Make sure you say that. When you say he ain't fighting nobody, make sure you say these other guys ain't getting in the ring too. Tell the whole story. Don't tell no half-ass story. Hey, it's cool. It's cool, Jonathan. But again, he didn't let the business of boxing because it wasn't about Deb or Bill. It wasn't Deb or Bill that made no bad offer. It was what it was, right? But he didn't let the business of boxing hold him for no belts that he eventually was going to have to pay the sanctioning bodies for anyway after he took him off the guy that had him. You get what I'm saying? That's what I stand on. Frank the next in the WBC. Shakur said if Loma say no, he pressing Frank. Frank should be next. That's cool. Look, I'm cool with a Frank Martin fight. Why y'all think I'm not? I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it, yo. I want to see it, bro. I want to see Frank Martin next. Let Frank Martin, let's get it then. Let's push for Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson. But I don't think that's realistic, but let's do it. I just don't. Ortiz Duck Core also. I think that fight is possible too, man. Everybody say no, Frank is next. Right. All right. I'm with it. Listen, I'm with Frank Martin. I'm with that fight. I'm not against seeing that fight. I just don't think it's as realistic as we want to believe it is. You get what I'm saying? I know what fighters say, but I know the business a little bit too. And I just don't think they willing to cross the streets with them two dudes. I just don't think so. You know what I mean? But we gonna see. I'm thinking on what Shakur Stevenson on my mama. Yeah, man, it's a bad boy. He gotta prove it, but he gonna prove it. Shakur Wash Tank. I feel you, man. I want to see him press Frank, like he said. That's it. He said he ain't never believed in no ghosts. I gotta pull the tweet back up for my boy. Y'all know I'll be having fun with this. My boy said I never believed in no ghosts, man. Know what I mean? It's crazy. They think people on Twitter think they savior to beating Shakur is Frank Martin. I swear I can't wait to see it. I can't. I don't know when we'll see it, but I can't wait. Shakur to fight Frank Martin just to me too. Me too. So people can stop talking. So they can stop talking. But I'm gonna keep saying this. When he trying to press the number one guy and the number one guy saying no and people act like it don't exist, that's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. That's crazy. Crazy talk. Shakur better fight Campbell. He better not fight no damn Campbell. I don't want to see that. Dude was born okay. Shakur fighting Martin and not Tank. I don't know. Black belt, what's good with it? I don't see it though. I don't see it. Still want Tank scary ass to fight Devin and Shakur. Yeah, I want to see all these fights, man. Listen, I know that as long as they're in the same weight class, the fight is possible. I do feel like that always. I always feel like it's a possibility. But I'm always real. I'm always fair, and I'm always real. And not enough people being real. People keep saying who not ducking who, but you clearly seeing people saying no after no after no. And my thing is, like, people are making jokes that he can't get a fight. But what does that really say about him? That people are saying no to him. That's supposed to be quality. I think if you really want to have a real conversation, you can't ignore the obvious. Why are people saying no? Don't give me this shit that he don't sell and about money when these dudes don't bring in no type of crazy revenue either. So it's none of that. These dudes obviously are not confident that they can win fights against him. But instead of people acknowledging it for what it is, they rather push a bullshit narrative. These dudes don't want no smoke. They looking suspect out here. Everybody's saying no, you can't get a fight. That's crazy. That's crazy. A good fighter can't get a fight with another good fighter. Why not? Because he's only a good fighter, right? Because he ain't proved nothing at 135. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Who would have ever thought that in 2023, the fighter that ain't proved nothing at 35 is the one having the hardest time getting a fight? The guy that proved absolutely nothing. The guy that, according to the haters, he only fought 20 nobodies. He never fought nobody, no 50-50 fights, nothing close to it. He always fought gimmies. He's a weight bully. All these things are all these different narratives, right? This is the guy that's having the hardest time getting a fight at 135, and I wonder why. I wonder why. In terms of getting another quality guy in there with him. I wonder why. Man, call that shit what it is, man. People don't want to fight because they know what it was. Devin was in Shakur's spot 4 years ago. I mean, I guess he was, because he was at that weight class for that damn long. Shakur just got there. So again, if he's in that spot, he just got there. I don't think it's a bad spot to be in. They still got to show me somebody could beat him. I return to Shakur as soon as he came for your favorite fighter. Talk to him. Boom. That's what I seen too. I'm calling it how I see it now. I'm tired of it. I never seen slander until he moved to 135. Nobody never did the way they slandered him until you got to 135. But it's cool because you could get the first laugh, or he gonna get the last laugh. People are talking about everything but the fights. And I know if I don't know nothing else about that young boy, I know he could fight. All right, Shakur ain't sell out no arenas. Shakur probably ain't sell out no arenas, man. You know, he don't got the drawing power of a Tank Davis. I won't act like he do, but you know, he do pretty good in his hometown. He sell out in his hometown. That's pretty decent to me. You get what I'm saying? He draw a big enough crowd. He draw a big enough crowd, and I was there twice, and both times it was sold out. So make it at what you will. And no, he ain't Tank Davis, and nobody is Tank Davis but Tank Davis. So you get what I'm saying? But none of that stuff matters. Selling out arenas and resumes and who you fought, none of that stuff matters. That all that does is move us away from the actual fights. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, quality fighters should be able to get other quality fighters in the ring. This man should not have a list already of guys that are of substance that's saying no to fighting them. And everybody want to act like it ain't existing. Like I don't understand what y'all ain't watching. That means Shakur next Shakur. Loma say no, I'm fighting Frank. Well, let's see it then. I mean, shit. Dev also said he gonna go up to 140, test the waters, and come back down to 135 and fight Shakur. He also said that. So throw that in there too, because we Dev, Tank, Shakur, yeah, throw them all in there. They all said things because Dev definitely said that. And I pull a damn tweet up. He said he's gonna go up there and he'll come back down to 135 and fight him, gangster. That's what he said. So you think he's gonna do that? I doubt it. I doubt it. He's never fighting Shakur at 135 ever. So I don't even know why he said it, because he's never gonna do that. Flat fee sound better than every payday. Nope, no, it don't. No, it don't. That's to the people outside. That's just to your speculation. You got the right to speculate that, but he felt otherwise. And like I said, when he didn't take that flat fee and he made the chess move that he made because he got a good, smart team behind him, and they went and contacted two of them sanctioning bodies, that whole conversation about that fight went mute. So I don't even want to hear it because it ain't go nowhere else after that. He made the move that y'all said he wouldn't make, and it went quiet. It went quiet. That's all I know. So he won Tank years ago. But he said it. But what did he actually do to get a Tank fight? Has he ever made any move to get a Tank fight outside of saying he want to fight him? And that goes for both of them. That goes for both of them. If y'all going, if that's where we going with this, it goes for both of them. If you're gonna say that, ain't no contracts being sent on either side. It's a whole lot of, and again, Tank name gets said at convenient times to me. And when it's time to really say his name, they don't say his name. You get what I'm saying? People were saying his name when he was locked up. They ain't saying it now. Can't get a fight now. He'll get one, bro. It'll happen. It'll happen, bro. Flawless mentality. Salute to the OG. How you feeling today, Dr. Mark? All right, you got to negotiate before sending the contract. Yeah, you don't just send contracts. Tank the A side. He has to send an offer. No, he don't, Larry. It's no rule in the rule book that says only the A side can send contracts. For anybody to send a contract, there will have to be some type of negotiation to take place, some type of conversation that take place. People don't just blindly write up contracts and send them. You can't get a Tank fight. Tank got to pick you. I mean, but again, you could feel like that, right? You could feel like Tank got to pick you, right? You could feel like that, but at the end of the day, when people say, I'm purely speaking to the people that saying Tank need to send him a contract. There's nothing stopping a contract from being sent on the other side, is what I'm saying. What Steven say? What Steven say about what? Tank sent Ryan the initial offer. That's cool. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is. It's contract could go either way. Only on one. It's not only up to one side to send a contract. Can't send him a contract. Oh, Steven said already. I ain't hear that. No, the A side sends contracts, bro. Term sheets, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. From what I understand, man, and I definitely I wish I had OG in here to explain it. I'm not about to get into a field of expertise like I know the ins and outs, contracts, this and that, and who could send this and who could send that. Who gives a damn? Do these dudes really want to fight? Like, I mean, for real, because are we gonna keep talking about contracts and sending contracts? Who gonna send a contract? Do we want to fight or nah? I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. I hear what y'all saying, but I'm gonna find out. Y'all know I do homework. I'm a student of this. I'm gonna do some homework. I don't do contract talks. That ain't my field. So y'all can have that. Your boxer friends can tell you that. My boxer friends. I ain't got no boxing friends. A lot of people say a lot of stuff. A lot of people repeat a lot of stuff that ain't true. Mm-hmm. Johnny Rice can't send Fury off if Fury can. Johnny Rice. Shit, I know it's a big difference between Johnny Rice and the damn Devin Haney, I would think. Johnny Rice. Leonard says you don't send Tank contract. Leonard said you don't send Tank. He probably said, but that don't mean you can't. That don't mean you can't. Don't send them contracts and can't is two different things. Now that's my homework for the day, to find out if it only the A side can send contracts. If it's anything in the rule book, because could have swore I just heard somebody break that down, but that had expertise in that field, not me. So I'm gonna go get the answer to it, and I'll get back to y'all with that weak ass contract talk. Clear some type of conversation with Tank said to Haney, because all that Haney energy changed after Tank got out. Yeah, I think Steven said something about a conversation that took place, brief talks or something like that. Something along them lines. PBC wanted to put on a Fury fight. They would send Fury a contract. Right. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna go find out. Devin can't send Tank a contract. Tank can. And that's my order of business, to find that out. Tank and other A sides are different. Tank says you can't send him a contract. I'm gonna find it out. Ryan said he was trying to send Tank a contract. So what you dudes talking about? True. Devin really did send Shakur an offer though. Right. I mean, that offer I heard was 25%. That's the last thing I heard about an offer, unless it's something else that y'all know that I don't. Side chat pays is the A side. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. Right. Neither of them are in. Ant was good with an Ant. So neither of them in possession of a title, nor do they have a lengthy history of being a draw. While we some the A and B side. I don't care about that, because that stuff moves us closer. That stuff usually, those conversations and typically move us farther away from the fights, because in having those conversations, people start justifying reasons for guys getting or not getting the fight and who deserves this. And before you know it, you move further away from the actual fight being made. You get what I'm saying? So I really don't care for those conversations at all, because they don't get the fight made. Like, we'd just be going back and forth about it. Because Devin is A side. Yeah, he was the A side in that situation. He definitely is the A side. We're gonna find out though, man. Well, I'm gonna find out. I keep saying I'm gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it just move us further away from the fight. At the end of the day, man, I just want to make sure I made myself clear just coming here on this early cook. We gotta be better fans, man. People far too often, they want you to praise one fighter while you tear down another. Over here, I don't tear down fighters. I create balance, and that's what I'm here to do. I see a lot of people complaining about Shakur and who he fighting and who he not fighting, but I don't hear a lot of people with the same energy saying that he's trying to fight the absolute best guy available, and then that guy is saying no, and he's forced to then fight a lesser guy. It's like, if you're going to complain, make sure you put that in there. Gertz, what's good with it, Gertz? Really, the pressure should be on Tank, but we talking about Devin Shakur. Now, Devin Shakur ain't even a conversation. We off that. We know Devin don't want to fight. You know why I know Devin don't want to fight? And not because he not because he a duck. They can have that corny conversation. Not because he a duck. But he don't want to fight. You know how I know Devin don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson? At least not right now.
It's like me and Shakur, we talk like every other day. So, you know, I'm not ducking or dodging nobody, but that's not somebody I'm just in a rush to get in the ring with.
And there you go. That's somebody he's not in a rush to get in the ring with. Didn't he say he not ducking and dodging nobody? Didn't I say he's not a duck? Exactly. That's why they not fighting. That's why they not fighting. Simple and plain. He said it, and that was years ago. That's an old ass interview. He been said it. So when people want to say, oh, the reason they didn't fight is because Shakur didn't take the flat fee, get that weak shit out of here. They didn't plan to fight each other. He said it out his own mouth. Not in a rush to get in the ring with him. It's not somebody, and because he said he was cool with him, that's why. So they ain't gonna fight at 135, even though Dev said he'll go up to 140, test the waters, come back down and defend his titles against Shakur, gangster. That's what he said. But I guarantee you will never see that. So this fight never was gonna happen at 135, ever. Moving up right after Loma fight. There you go. Well, there you go. So all of this shit was just some back and forth, just for the sake of going back and forth, right? Shakur said they're not friends right after that. Hey, man, well, it is what it is. I tell you what, you just don't got no video of Shakur saying he wasn't in a rush to fight him. You can't find no video where he said that. Video is old. Yeah, I know it's old. I just said it's old. I said it's from years ago. But he still said it. He still said it. You can't find Shakur saying that nowhere. Nowhere. Y'all know I like fucking with y'all. Y'all get mad over this. They be hot over this one. Shakur hopped in the ring there, said he was moving up. He also said he'll stay there. He'll stay at 135 for 2 fighters too. He also said that. If we talking about what he said, because he said a lot of stuff. He said he also will stay there for 2 fighters, Shakur and Tank. He also said that. But he said a lot. Say a lot of stuff. Everything can't be true at the same time. Can't find where Shakur signed that contract. Nope, I can't, because he wasn't gonna let him hold him for no 25%. So nope, you can't find it. And I'm glad he didn't. Now looking at how this situation played out, I'm glad he didn't. But what he did do is contact his team, who then contacted the WBO and the WBC. You know what I'm saying? And they wrote them a letter about getting him a better split. And then the whole conversation went to shit. So tell me I'm lying. Anybody tell me I'm lying? The conversation ain't go dead after that. Who made the last move? I mean, far from that. Shakur said that's my friend. We gonna fight in the future, no time soon. Nah. Don't do that. Don't try that. He say he ain't in a rush to fight. Don't try that, Jonathan. Nice try, but no cigar. No cigar, bro. No cigar. Y'all know that man ain't want to fight him, bro. Don't do that. And he already said he gonna come back down and fight him, so he's still gonna do that too, right? We gonna ignore that. We gonna ignore he said that. He gonna come back down and fight him. Y'all believe that? And y'all know I had fun with these conversations, man. But y'all, I don't like how you can't speak Devin Haney without being deemed a hater. Y'all people just be weird, man. That shit just weird. I call it exactly how I see it, man. But listen, I'm all for Devin Haney and Shakur. Devin Haney got Regis, man. They gonna fight probably in November. Who knows? I don't know when they gonna fight now. Devin not coming back down. That's what he said. Shakur to Devin signed a contract. With contract, it wasn't no contract until he sent that offer. So wasn't no contract. That was just that was exactly what it was. Entertainment. What do you think? You think I'm a justify because it's Shakur? Nah, I ain't one of them niggas. Nah, he said that and it wasn't no contract. So you can call it capping. I call it entertainment. It's exactly what it was. Posturing, entertainment. But I tell you what, that got the ball rolling. I tell you what, it wasn't no offer sent before that video came out. I tell you what, so it got something going. It got something going. Mike, what's good with it, my boy? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up. They got something going. I ain't gonna lie for him. Like, you think I'm a lie because it's him? I don't give a damn about that. Brooklyn boy, what's good with it, fam? Scared to school, call everybody. They don't want the smoke. Talk to them. They don't want the smoke. Yeah, that was cap. It wasn't no contract. I don't know what more I'm gonna say. Like, I can't say no clearer than that. Shakur will beat the no name for the WBC belt. But Jonathan, he tried to beat up the guy that your favorite fighter just struggled with, and he don't want to fight. Say that too. Go say that too. Since we talking about stuff, go say that. The guy that had your fighter in there saying he figuring me out. That's that guy don't want to fight him. That guy don't want to fight Shakur. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight him. So make sure we say that when we say he fighting nobodies. Say because the guy that your favorite fighter fought and struggled with don't want to fight him. So yeah, he was forced to fight somebody else. Say that and stop being weird, man. Say that. Be real. It was all about the boo Shakur. It worked. Yeah. And he don't need clout because you know about him since an Olympian. He don't need clout. I could see if it was Tank. He gets no clout from that situation. He wanted to fight him. And prove who's the better man in the ring. He ain't want his clout. He wanted his O and his belts. Bill Haney say he kept asking for 50-50. Nah, man. I ain't trying to hear his team. You think he really in there? His team negotiating for him, bro. So, and Bill say a lot of stuff. We're not gonna get into what Bill be saying, man. Shakur is the boogeyman at 135. I tell you what, he got at least 3 or 4 names that's saying no. Shakur's high risk, low reward. But you know what? When you got Devin Haney got all the titles, like you got him, he got all the titles. So a lot of these dudes, they don't have nothing to offer each other. You get what I'm saying? So high risk, low reward don't work. It's like, do you want to fight? That's how I look at it. Do you want to fight, bro? Do you want to fight? You said you like that. Do you want to fight? And it just looked like dudes don't be wanting to fight. They comfortable making excuses for why fights shouldn't happen. Saying what guys didn't do to deserve it and all these like redundant conversations, man. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, man, when that smoke clear, man, I think Shakur gonna be one of them standing. I think that's what I think. You know what I mean? I think we've seen a number of guys say no, and I think certain people are ignoring it because it goes against their narrative. You get what I'm saying? That he ain't trying to fight nobody and he don't want to fight nobody. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to be an irresponsible person and say everybody is ducking him. That's corny. Everybody's not ducking him. Devin Haney is not ducking him. I've never said that. I've never once said he's ducking him, but I tell you what, I didn't think that he had real plans on fighting him at 35. That don't make him a duck, right? I just think that wasn't in his plan. And he showed you that. And what is his plan? He's fighting Regis Prograis. And there's nothing wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? Now, Shakur, rightfully so, he should have moved off of that situation like he did. So Dev got business to handle with Regis Prograis. So it's not even a Dev and Shakur thing. Shakur has now moved on to Loma. Loma said no. So now Shakur got to find another opponent. You know what I mean? And it's sad that that's where we at in boxing, where a guy could really be nice about trying to get a fight, and then he had to press you and your team about signing a contract. Is wild to me. Payday, but he said that legacy pick one. Hey man, I don't know, man. Listen, all that stuff is like, that's the satire. That's the stuff I don't really care about. All I care about really is the who gonna win these fights. You get what I'm saying? Because again, all these conversations just move us away from boxing. It moves us away. Like at the end of the day, you know, percentage or not, 25%, 20%, 30%, 50-50, all that shit aside, would Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson be a good fight? That's where my mind be at. And do it make sense at the time? And just being real, all like BS talk, like I joke and have fun with this conversation all the time, right? But all BS aside, I just don't think it was time for this fight. That's my honest opinion on it on both sides. I just don't think the business of boxing was ready for this fight. And I think when you got fighters that's competitive, like you got a Devin Haney, you got a Shakur, you're going to see some posturing. You're going to see the egos flare. You're going to see some back and forth. You're going to see exactly what they just did. But at the end of the day, when that fight get made and they actually do fight, you're going to see it's going to be no love lost at the end of the day. But all of this stuff happens. All these plans changed, I think, when Shakur finally found himself in a weight division where Devin Haney is at. And I said this before. I said this before. A lot of people don't look at it like this, maybe they ain't think about it like this. But I heard somebody say before, Devin Haney initial plans wasn't never to fight Shakur at 35, maybe at 40 or 47. And I always understood that and felt like it was truth to that. You get what I'm saying? But I think what people are not taking into account is that plans sometimes can change, right? And I think that Shakur and Dev never anticipated on being in the same weight class at the same time. Now, reason I say that, if you just look at, it's been a little while, not just the Loma fight, it's been a little while. Dev has been saying it's been hard to make that weight, right? So just think, if he would have left out of the division right when it got hard for him to make the weight, and Shakur wouldn't have spent one fight too long at 130, they would have never been at 135 at the same time anyway to be in this position. But I think once Dev stuck around longer than he anticipated initially, and Shakur finally entered the division, now it's like, hey, man, you get what I'm saying? I'm here now. And it's like, I think people forget that these dudes at the end of the day are fighters. You get what I'm saying? And people forget that you're supposed to want to fight the guy on the other side of you. You get what I'm saying? So you get to a division and you just left a division where you was a unified champion. You get to a new division. You ain't trying to settle for nothing less. If you got an opportunity at the champion, you're going to go for it. And I think that's what you're seeing now. Maybe it didn't play out the way people felt like it should have played out, but it is what it is at the end of the day. They did it and it happened. And I think it generated some history for them. So when they do fight, we're going to remember this back and forth, and they're going to have to stand on all business when they get in there. The same when he gets all the straps. Yeah, but when I say if he's able to be in that position, I just want to see him fight. I don't want to see, ducking and dodging and dipping around good fighters. I just want to see the best fights be made. Did you see Clarissa and Green go back and forth on Twitter? Yeah, I seen it. Look, that's a true 50-50 to me, Savage Killer. I really do. Shadeja Green, she rapping for Jersey. I rock with her heavy. I think she's the biggest challenge out there for Clarissa right now. You know what I mean? And that'll be a real fight. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lean too much toward one or the other, but I'll tell you what, Shadeja Green got everything that the rest of these girls didn't have to give Clarissa the kind of fight that we need and that she would need, the kind of challenge. You get what I'm saying? I just want to kind of play the fence on this one, and I rarely do it, but out of respect for both, and I really rock with Shadeja. Like, I had her on, I'm always rock with her, win, lose, or draw, but it's not a fight that she's going to be in that I'm going to think she can't win ever. With the skill that she got, the talent, and the power, the combination of the two, IQ and things like that, it's not a fight that I don't think she'll be in that she can't win. Continue Shakur fight, bro. I need Vegas to push Shakur parlay +5. You try to make some money. I'll be on pins and needles with that fight, bro. I'll be like, you get what I'm saying? And Loma just close for fight. Is he won? Thought he won the Teal fight also. Fighting another undefeated American fighter on foreign soul was tough. And Loma has to do it often. Right, it is though. It is. I can get it from his perspective, but I think I'm being a fan more so too when I say I want to see him fight Loma. And the reason why I'm eager to see it is because I know people complain about his opponent selection and who he fights so much. So I feel like if he just fought the guy that just gave the undisputed champion a run for his money, you can't knock that as a win. If he get in there and just dominate him and beat him convincingly, then you gotta shut up all that noise about who he not fighting. And it's just disappointing to see that, as simple as this fight would have been to be made, it's still not gonna come to fruition because you got a guy on one side of it that just don't is a real one. You know what I mean? Put it on say he lost his belts on the scale too, Just. Yeah, he lost his belts on the scale. Missed opportunity, bro. Mr. H, salute, family. Appreciate you pulling up. How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. I put the words a few moments ago, Bill said a lot of things. Sometimes it's better. Statements that are, facts. Not just like Cuzzo said the other day, not everything deserves a response or a reaction, right? Or a comment or a statement. You either want to get robbed, you get in his head. Right. Nah, that's true though. Goes dead, Loma dead. Won't say his name. Tell him Mr. H, man. And tell him that Jersey boy, like, he like that. He like that. I always want people to know. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Y'all smash the like button for this early cook, man. Like I said, I think I'm gonna come back. You know, my normal time too. I just wanted to come have this conversation and restore some balance. Because again, what brought me here is I keep hearing people saying, you know, who he won't fight and who he need to fight. And listen, I'm all for a Frank Martin fight, but can it be next is the question. How realistic is it? And I don't think it's, if people are being real, I don't think it's a matter of the fighters not being willing to take the challenges. Like, you can't look at me. I can't look at a Frank Martin based on how he move, his temperament, and say that he wouldn't be willing to fight Shakur Stevenson. I think he'll fight anybody, because I give all fighters that respect until they show me otherwise. I have nothing to indicate that shows me that Frank Martin wouldn't be willing to fight Shakur. But at the same token, I have nothing on the other end that shows me that Shakur wouldn't be willing to fight Frank Martin. But then people don't want to have a conversation because it forces you to be real. It forces you to be real. So as much as people want to yell out Frank Martin, Frank Martin, Frank Martin, yes, I want to see it. But can it be made next? We can't make the fight. We can talk about it and big it up, and we can do that. And I'm willing to do that. But at the end of the day, is the powers that be, is that do they see a Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin immediate future, like his very next fight? Is that something that they see? Because you're not going to tell me that Shakur ain't willing to fight him on the other end. I think they'll fight each other. You know what I'm saying? I just wish it was that simple. You know what I'm saying? But we know that it's not. And with him being on the PBC side of things, like, I don't know, what's the likelihood that they make that fight next? Like, that's the real conversation. Like, not if it's a good fight or not if we want to see it. We all in agreement. Yeah, it's a great fight, and yeah, we want to see it, and yeah, it'll be a great test for both guys. So yeah, that fight needs to be made. But again, how can it be made? There's the powers that be going to entertain this fight right now. Get what I'm saying? Undisputed champ for the fantasy fights. Yeah, Jonathan, they was tearing my boy up with that. Tank is enjoying his freedom and family right now. I think so too. Has Devin signed the Reed's contract? I saw Reed's on IG saying Devin wants to change it. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna touch on that later, just to make sure I reported on both sides, because I did make a video about Reed. Just said Dev said the reason he don't want to fight on that date is because he don't want to fight on the same day as Tyson Fury or something like that. He don't want to fight on the same day as Tyson Fury. So with that, I think he want to move the date. So he's saying to Regis, don't try to get out of this ass whooping. Regis seemed like he's hell bent on you know, that date that he got, and he don't want to move the date. So they might have a conflict of interest at some point. I hope not. I hope they're able to iron it out and make it work so we could get that fight. Because if people realize in my video, I did think Dev was going to sign a contract. I don't think he was going to try to duck him. But I just be thinking this is the business of boxing working itself out at the end of the day, right? I don't think he was ever intending on ducking Regis Prograis. Get what I'm saying? I don't think Regis was trying to duck him. I think they both want to fight. But I hope that their date don't end up being an issue. Rebel like boxing. What's good with it, family? Frank Martin is an okay fighter. He gets smoked by Shakur Stevenson. I would like to see it. Tank been quiet as a mouse since out. He was tweeting how they all trash when he was locked up. Right. I think Tank is just chill. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, he quiet, so we don't know. But I'm pretty sure he gonna respond soon enough. Like, or he gonna have his little cryptic tweet or something. Like, I mean, all these people that interview and talk to Calvin Ford should be asking him, like, what's up? Like, I don't be knowing what's up. I would love to know what's up. When the Farcell criticizing these guys, every move, man, bro. If I had to like some type of animation for this comment, bro, I'm telling you, yes, we do it. That's why I'm trying to get away from doing that. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying not to be the guy that critiques every single thing they say and do and every little move. Like, that shit is not boxing, bro. Everything they say is not going to pan out the way they say it. Everything they do is not going to pan out the way they want it to. Like, it's just boxing. It's life. Reason he dead without Dev is back on free TV. Shit, I'm wondering, bro. I'm wondering, would that fight be on pay-per-view or free TV? That fight might be on free TV. You think? You think it'd be on DAZN pay-per-view? Because you know, Regis said he don't need him. You know what I mean? He said if you don't want to fight, don't fight. We'll let Frank go over to ESPN. What numbers Frank rated? WBC 5, I think, Akello. I think 5 maybe. Hold on, let me pull this list back up. 5. They got him 5 here. So 5 maybe. Tank is probably negotiating a fight. Could be. Thomas, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? Music fighters are entertainment to be promoters. Their investments, they need to be protected. All facts, Ant. All facts. All facts, bro. He really needs a real competition, real name on his resume. He generates a lot of money with shields from the tough fights, in my opinion. I feel you. I think I truly think Mr. H, you know, for the bulk of his career, like he had Mayweather in his corner and they were cashing in. You know, Mayweather was cashing in, just simply put. He was making strategic moves that would guarantee Tank paydays and you know, but I think again, ultimately, when you look at the grand scheme of things, the guys that you want to see him fight, I always say this, the list is very short. And I think with him being just 28, him being in his prime, I think he still is in a very prime position to deliver these fights. It's just a matter of how they're going to go about their next moves. Truth and delete it. Right. Tweet coming soon. Right. You already know it's coming. It's coming. You know how Tank do. But we between Tank and Dab and Shakur and Dab and Frank and Tank. What you got? Look, to be honest with you, I think Tank and Shakur respectfully rise to I think they beat the other two. I think the most competitive fight up here is Frank and Dev, in my honest opinion. You know, but stylistically, they all be competitive, right? Every last one of these fights, let me say that these are 50-50 caliber fights. Let me start there. They'll all be competitive, right? But I got Shakur beating Dev and Frank respectfully. If I had to pick right now, based off what I've seen, I think he beats both of them. And I think his money fight, his Super Bowl fight, as he put it, is Tank Davis. I think that's the true Super Bowl, as they put it, of boxing. I think, you know, when you think of a Super Bowl, a lot of times you get, you know, maybe one of the best defenses in the league against the best offense, right? And I think that's what you get with Tank and Shakur. I think because of the IQ and skill sets of both, they'll rise to the occasion. And I think the fight between them two is a pick 'em fight. I think them two alone have the best shot at offsetting or upsetting what the other one got going on. I always said that I feel like out of those names, Shakur got the best chance of beating the Tank. And I feel like the same way for Tank, out of all these names, he got the best chance of beating the Shakur. That's as fair as I could put it. But let me say this to be very real. These fighters are skilled enough, are good enough that if they're to have a good night and not one of the other guys that had maybe an off night, they could potentially be upset or lose or whatever the case too. So none of these guys are, you know, this is of the ilk that you want to see. That's the upper echelon, those fighters of 135. So it's they're pick 'em fights, however you want to pick them, right? You get what I'm saying? I ain't mad at nobody for saying one guy could beat the other, because that's what you get. That's what a true 50-50 fight is. You got people that feel like, you know what I mean, this guy gonna win or the other guy gonna win. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we know that they're skilled enough to beat the other guy on the right night. You know what I mean? But like, if we just being honest, now I don't got Shakur losing to too many of these people right now. Nerds in the trap was good with it, fan. Tank already fought twice this year and just made 50 mil. If that man chill for a minute, Mike could get another fight in the mix. Mike could. Last I checked, he was in top 3, 5. Right. Yeah, so Frank Yacht, we got him right at 5, bro. Right. Appreciate you, undercard. Much love, Brody. We want to push Tank to fight real competition. Nah, the thing is, look, I think if you're really listening, Savage Killer, and you're talking to the right people, there's not a single real person in boxing that don't want to see Tank against the absolute best, because you know what we're going to get. You know what kind of fight you're going to get, right? It's a reason people clamoring for him to fight the absolute best in his division, right? If he wasn't one of the best in boxing, we wouldn't want to see him against the absolute best. So I think people need to realize that about Tank. That's something that kind of go over people's head. Like, they don't realize, because they like, oh, he's not fighting real competition. But now he's fought real competition. Is he fighting the most elite of the elite? Nah. But I always say this. When you look on the other side, this conversation always come up. It's the same thing. And I know they're going to be like, oh, but he's this old. He's that old. That it don't matter. You get what I'm saying? Age don't win fights. These dudes all old enough to compete with each other right now. So I think with him being 28, he's still in a position to deliver these fights. I think we just got to wait and see. And, and time will reveal all things, like if he really don't want to fight. But I think everybody wants to see him fight real competition. But the reason we want to see that is because we know how good he is. And we want to see just how good he is, right? And again, and the only way we're going to find that out against the absolute best that his division has to offer, whatever division he at 35. So we want to see the absolute best. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think he's going to fight these dudes. I don't think he's scared of none of these guys, bro. It's hard for me to see, like, the way he's been successful and what he's capable of. And this is all fanship aside. This could just be fighter in the blue corner. He ain't even got to be Tank. It'd be fighter in the blue. That guy is a very dangerous guy. It's hard for me to believe that he's scared to fight somebody else. Get what I'm saying? I think dudes, they don't want to lose, of course, right? But I don't think it's a matter of them being scared of each other when it pertains to them. I just can't feel like that. And if I see it's something else that shows me something else, I'll call it. But right now, I think all these dudes will mix it up with each other when the business line up. Because what just happened, like, look, I just had people, and I just had people for months in recent months tell me that Terrence Crawford didn't want to fight Earl and he never was going to fight him, right? Never, like no matter what, never. He was scared. He was ducking. He was never going to fight him. And then he fought him. You know how annoyed that kind of makes me that people was like going crazy. I'm telling you, he's never going to fight him. He's ducking him. He's scared of him. Boom, boom. Then the fight get made and they move the goalpost. Well, he ain't have no choice. But yes, he did have a choice. He did have a choice. But people told me I was never going to see Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was never going to fight EJ because he's scared of him. I swear it's people that said that. Not because, maybe he just don't want to lose no, he's scared of him. People said that outright. He was scared. And then they fight. So it's like when I see that fight get made, nobody's going to tell me that Tank and any of these fights can't be made. Any of them. You get what I'm saying? That's what I believe because I just seen a fight get made that people told me that it wasn't getting made at all. You get what I'm saying? That was running. He wouldn't petition to keep his belts at 35. I don't want to say he's running, but I just don't see him back at 35, and not because he's ducking or running. I just don't see him going back to 135 because I feel like after he has a fight at 140, I feel like he'll probably feel a lot more comfortable up there. And if everything goes according to plan, he'll beat Regis Prograis and be a champion up there. And then he'll maybe reassess things. And this is just my opinion. He'll reassess things and say, hey, man, I was undisputed already down there. And I don't got nothing else to prove. You get what I'm saying? I'm healthier up here. I'm a champion up here. And I think he'll stay there. I don't think it's because he's ducking. That's corny. I just don't do that. Them type of duck talks. But I do stand firm in my position if I think somebody did want to fight more or didn't want to fight more. And it's not a matter of me making one guy out to be a duck. That's corny talk. Like, that's whack. These dudes fighters, they fight, bro. They fight for a living. I don't see none of these dudes being that scared to get in the ring with each other. I don't see that. Because, again, I just had people go crazy telling me Terrence Crawford was scared of Errol Spence. And because of him being scared and his fear that he was never going to fight him, no matter what. He never. And then look what we got. And we most likely getting a rematch. So, again, the fight that people told me never was going to take place, it happened. And it might happen twice. You get what I'm saying? More than likely. So, get what I'm saying? I'm an optimistic dude in boxing, y'all. I believe fights can be made, bro. I believe these fights can be made. Then Haney fights Regis. You don't think so? Super triple doubles in the size and pushing to fight any of them. Super double trouble a side crazy. I don't think Haney fights Regis. I do. I think he'll fight him. I hope the date don't ruin things though. That's the only concern for me. Other than that, if they'll fight each other, yeah, I believe it. Andy Cole Devin is the most duck fighter in the history of the world. I told you, man, and I said in like the last month or two, I heard about 5 fighters duck him, and I just know that's not realistic. And it's very annoying because I've seen full-blown videos about it, like about 5 different fighters. I named them. It was about 5 different fighters that they said ducked him. And I was like, damn, like, huh? So he negotiating with all these people right now, and they all saying no. Like, good God, like clean ducks. I was like, sheesh, man, that's tough. That's tough. Boxing just ain't that. It don't work that fast, bro. You fight with them, but turn it down and go fight Regis. Yeah, I did. Steven Espinoza said there was some brief talks or something with their team, and then something about them saying that they were going to 140, something like that. Big Texas, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling, fam? WBA Elevate Tank the full champion. All right. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, got you. Hold on, let me Mr. H, you still in here, bro? Tank ain't built like Bud Crawford. Bud is a GOAT. Bud definitely is a great. Oh, I got you. I got him. Nah, but look, I think he got his own level of greatness. Salute to Midnight. I think he got his own greatness to carve out. You know, Bud just showed how special he was, you know, on the 29th. He's been showing it for years. He's been showing it through the weight classes. Some people just kind of catching up. I've never shortchanged his talent or him being a special fighter. I always said it. I just felt like he was in there with a guy that had the necessary tools to offset what he do best. And I was definitely mistaken. But nonetheless, he always been a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? That's all he's shown through the weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Time and time again. You know what I mean? He beat ass for a living. I said this. I've been entertained through the years watching Terrence Crawford beat ass. So he definitely one of them dudes right now. Achieved a lot of history. It's hard not to call that man. He's a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? At this point, it seemed like so. I mean, with that history on the side, 2-time undisputed, 2 different weight classes, first male to do it. It's a lot of history on this side, man. But this ain't about Bud though. Titan, what's good with it? What's good with it? I mean, I'm responding to you know, Midnight, so and giving to Bud. So I'm making it about Bud because I'm giving him his just due. So salute to Bud. But Tank got his own legacy to carve out, man. I think in due time he'll start giving people these fights they want. That's me being optimistic and me feeling like I don't feel like none of these dudes scared to fight each other. But it's still a dark US too. Why would Haney be worried about a Fury fight date? Fury not a big ticket seller. I mean, that's something to talk about. You know what? We're going to talk about that black belt when I come back later. I'm going to still come back at 4 o'clock because I'm going to be fair like I've always been when I speak on boxing. I spoke on what Regis said. Now, Dev has a response, but he didn't have a response at the time when Regis said what he said. So I wasn't able to report or speak on that. But now that I know it's out, I'll go pull the tweet up. And when we come back later, for sure, at 4 o'clock, we definitely gonna cook some more. And I'll talk about the Regis and Dab situation some more. I mean, we can cook on it some more. You know what I'm saying? But as it stands, like I'm gonna say this to kind of wrap this up. You know what I mean? Just cause even as Nosy said, Robert just 10-2 for legacy. I'm gonna say this to wrap this up, right? At the end of the day, man, for the people, for the Shakur haters, that everybody that just grew hate for this man once he got the 135 and started acting like he wanted smoke, you know what I mean, like he's supposed to. I'll say this: not everybody is ducking him, but let's not act like there ain't been several guys that said no. But there has been a guy or two that might have said his name. De Los Santos is one of those dudes. Frank Martin entertained that he'll be willing to fight him, right? Or at least, you know. That's what his promoter is saying, and I know Frank Martin to fight, but I just don't see that being a realistic next fight for him. So we're just going to have to wait and see who we fight next. But if he end up fighting a lesser guy, it is what it is, man. He gunned for the better guys, and the better guy said no. So I'm gonna always know that. Me as a supporter of the sport, I'm gonna always be cool with seeing things for what it is. Like I look at a situation and I see a guy that's trying to challenge himself against quality opposition, and I see those guys turning the other way, tucking tail and not wanting to fight. You get what I'm saying? Deflecting, using the fact that they got, you know, plans on a rematch to not fight the dude, and people saying everything but that. So these dudes don't want to fight, some of them. Not everybody is ducking Shakur, but you got a few guys that said no. So again, I am not here to call nobody ducks, but I'm here to call it what it is. You saying no to fights, then it is what it is. It's not that he can't do wrong, bro. It's just he's not doing no wrong. If you like think about what you're saying, like what wrong is he doing? You got to think about it. Like, get what I'm saying? It's just when you don't have all the answers, you can never know why exactly his moves was the way they was. But the best way I could say it, Gertz, because I know what you're saying. You saying do wrong in terms of you want to see him in there against the absolute best. I'm with you, bro. I want to see it too. But let's not like jump the gun and just cancel out the possibility that any of these fights could happen, is what I'm saying. But I get it. Y'all, you going off of what you've seen, and you're not optimistic that these fights will be made. For me, I just don't. I don't know, because the older you get, like you get what I'm saying, and then you heard some of the things he said in the fights that he don't want to be around too long. So I think that puts him in a position to have to make meaningful fights, and I think that's something he's gonna want to do. I think it's only so many Ryan and Hector Garcias, and I ain't have a problem with those fights, but that's the fights that people complain about. It's only so many of those guys out there, the Pitbull Cruises. It's only so many of those guys out there before it looks painfully obvious that you don't want to fight the absolute best that your division has to offer. And I don't see Tank being that kind of guy. Maybe he proves me wrong and moves a certain way, like how y'all think, maybe, but I don't feel like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's going to be the case. Oh, Mr. 36, get your ass beat. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. I ain't gonna lie, Jonathan. That's funny. You said call Mr. 36, get your ass beat for 36. Nah, that's funny. That's funny, bro. That's funny. He said, man, none other than Mr. 36, Devin Haney. Nah, that's funny, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's funny as hell, bro. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, after saying no to Shakur, it's Mercito Jesta coming up. Jesta. Salute to my baby girl, Miss Just Do. How you feeling today? Top of the morning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, that was the next reported fight for him, Gertz. But you see what I'm saying, Gertz? But people will say nobody's ducking Shakur. He ain't fighting nobody. It can't be both. Like, get what I'm saying? Like, so how's people saying no, but he don't want to fight nobody? Then you got Loma straight up just blowing them off. Like, he done went from being nice to Loma to being aggressive with Loma in a matter of days. Like, and look, people just not calling it for what it is. They don't want to fight. He's not comfortable fighting him for some reason. Maybe it's coming off a loss. Maybe he truly is trying to think that he can hold out and get a Haney rematch. Who knows? But I think he gonna be waiting till he blew in the face. He's going to be waiting till he blew in the face. Dev has no initiative to fight you again. So you didn't have nothing for him the first time. He had it all. He beat you up. He just wanted the name, beat you up. He wanted to put your name on his resume. He successfully did that. Why would he revisit that? It's over. It's over with. Loma, you gotta move on, bro. But it is what it is. A little bit duck dad first, Dash Shakur. Hey, you can have it. At least he still fought him, though. Do it count because you still fought him. You get what I'm saying? Do it. Because I felt like the thing that made the most sense is when Iga said something like we didn't fight you because it didn't make sense at the time. So I forget what he said. He said something that made sense, and they didn't. Nope. It's over with. It's over with. So in my mind, Big Dog Willie, I kind of look at. When I look at that list, like they said they was going to go down the list, you feel like Loma is one. There goes Shakur, Isaac Cruz. He just fought. That's not going to happen, right? And PBC said no anyway. Williams Zepeda, he on the right side. He said no. He off the list. Frank Martin just fought. That's not going to happen. He on the other side. That was Santos. He just fought not too long ago. Jermaine Ortiz, I just don't know. I don't know what to think, though, man. But I'm going to ask and see if I can find anything out. But I just truly don't know, man. I don't know who we going to fight next. I really don't. Bring nothing to the table. Facts. None at all, bro. None at all. There's my boy knocking out that hibachi chef, boy. My boy beating his ass, boy. He was in his bag in this fight. He was whooping Yoshino ass for them 6 rounds. beating that man ass in there. But to salute to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up for this early cook. Like I said, man, we gonna set something up for later, and we're gonna be back to cook again. We pulling double duty today, man. We building, man. Cause yeah, it was right. You might be fighting a nigga named Danny's. Oh man, hey, bro. But look, I'm cool. I'm not cool with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not cool with that. But it's funny. Let me tell you why it's funny. Because for me, I don't know how y'all look at it, and I'm gonna wrap it up with this. If Jonathan, if Shakur was a fighter that you're promoting, right? Ain't got to be your favorite fighter, or I can say your favorite fighter, right? And you seeing your favorite fighter press a guy that just gave the undisputed fighter a good run for his money, right? Just gave the undisputed champion a good run for his money, right? And you see that your favorite fighter or your guy that you're promoting is pressing the guy that just gave him a run for the money after having a fallout with the undisputed champion. So your fighter didn't get that fight. Now he moves on to the guy that just was in there with the guy that he was just trying to fight, right? And then he tells him no, or he says no. And then your guy ends up having to fight a lesser guy. You're not particularly happy about that, but as a promoter, or you say if this is your favorite fighter, I'm cool with knowing that he tried to fight the much better opposition, but guys are saying no. So you have to put that in perspective. You can keep saying, oh, who is he fight? If they're saying no, you can't force them in the ring, right? It's no after no. That says something about that fighter. These dudes clearly are not as comfortable as what some of the fans are with them getting in there. You get what I'm saying? So it's what it, right, and that's what it is. Keyshawn versus Cornell for the belt. Yeah, no, they do. Sometimes they get sensitive, but yeah, Jonathan. So at the end of the day, it's just how the cookie crumble. You get what I'm saying? But if you are a real one, you're not gonna sit here and say, he ain't fighting nobody, because that's just a narrative that people want to push. You want to push that. People want to push that because that makes them comfortable, because they say so much other rhetoric that this helps them push more rhetoric. He ain't fighting nobody. The fact that he's trying to fight the best available opposition and they're saying no, and people are going to ignore that and just say, yeah, he ain't fighting nobody. He's going to be fighting a dude named this. He's going to be fighting a dude like that. He's going to be fighting another restaurant worker. Yeah, if all these dudes keep saying no, and then you get an opportunity, Loma, after a loss, you get a chance to fight for another title, a title shot, and you don't want it. So again, I'm not mad at Shakur, man. People could bash, and that's not boxing, bro. That still don't change the fact that he a bad dude in that ring, man. He a bad man in that ring. So people can have their critiques, keep talking about who he not fighting. All I know is he trying to fight. So at the end of the day, you can't force these dudes in the ring. You can only fight the guy that wants to fight you back. Simple and plain. And that's how he fought Yoshino, because unlike 2 other dudes before him, or 3, they said no, he said yes. That's how he fought Yoshino. It's just that simple. If Loma said yes right now, y'all, he'd be fighting Loma and we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So again, it is what it is. You can't make these dudes, you can't make them fight him. I fight nobody because Loma don't want to fight him. It's the better way to play from Denny's eye. Jonathan, I tell you what though, you got that. But just look at it like this. This is truth serum for you. Your favorite fighter that just fought that guy, he still want to fight him, but he don't want to fight Shakur. What does that really say? If you being real, what does that really say? And don't make it just about the belts. It's not about the belts. It's comfort. He's comfortable. He sparred Shakur and don't want no part of him, bro. He don't want no part of him. He sparred that man and don't want to fight him. Got his ass touched up in sparring and don't want to fight. Got his ass touched up in sparring and don't want to fight. Look at him. Look at him. Busted Shakur. You should have never sparred this Mark, man. Never. Corden went out here and put hands on Lomachenko. Now he don't want no smoke. God damn, bro. But y'all know, man, it's all love for the sport of boxing. Over here, we build boxing up. We making boxing great again. We making boxing fun and entertaining again. And it's never personal. It's always a conversation, and it's about building with me. So again, I had fun with some of the comments people make about fighters too. But I think right here, and I'm gonna say this and stand on it, I don't care how it sounds. I think when you think about Shakur Stevenson as a fighter, you got a real fighter in the sport. And I think he's going to keep showing it. He just got to get in there with the right dance partners. And as long as, you know, it's unfortunate that as talented as he is, you think that would be enough to entice people to want to get into the ring and challenge themselves against him. But I think he's more competitive and built a little different. You get what I'm saying? I think if the shoe was on the other foot and somebody was pressing him on his line and all he had to do was sign a contract, I think he'd sign it immediately. That's what I think. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that Loma is pulling his BS. Andrew Gray, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you pulling up. Pardon me. How you feeling, Brody? Edgar Chavez, Jersey's in the building. Top of the morning to you, my bro. You've been 12. Somebody will pick the guy instead of someone you didn't do too with. Yeah, but he sparred him. But you get what I'm saying? It's just too much it's too much comfortability there. And he already feel like he won. You get what I'm saying? Like, just being real, like, but what is it? Why don't you want to get in there? You get what I'm saying? Why don't you want to get in there? And then think about it. Jonathan Shakur, all he did was beat up a hibachi chef. That's all he did. That's all he did was beat up a hibachi chef. That's all he did, bro. He ain't did nothing at 35 for nobody to be scared of him. He the undisputed fantasy champion. You get what I'm saying? He the undisputed fantasy champion. This is all he did was knock out this guy at 35. He ain't did nothing. Why would Loma not want to get in the ring with him and snatch up that easy WBC strap that could potentially get him in a position to get a rematch if Devin Haney come back down like he said he would? But that's another conversation. You get what I'm saying? Loma would never get him again in the ring because he conquered that mountain. That was Loma. You know what I'm saying? Dev did. So again, you get what I'm saying? I know how the hibachi chef was the only one man enough to get in that ring. The rest of these dudes is some sucker breads, man. They ain't trying to get in there because they ain't trying to get embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And possibly stop that 35 because bro out there punching a little bit harder, man. Yeah, Titan on the low, Titan. On the low, he did. On the low, he did. He done reduced himself to journeyman. Let him go fight Cambosis and people don't call him a sucker. Like keep that same energy. Nah, bro. That's how Shakur fought. Yeah. Facts. That's what I'm saying. How was it his fault? How is it his fault that the better guys are saying no and the lesser guys are saying yes? The lesser guys got more heart than the guys that's supposed to be established and good, bro. Come on, man. Make it make sense. You said, man, fam. Oh, man. But for real, man, it is what it is. But I'm here to restore the balance on the two, man, and have these real boxing builds, man. I think this is a real fighter in the sport, and I'm gonna keep rocking with him. And I want to see him keep proving it, man. It's unfortunate that he got to go down the list now. And again, I hear he had a November date. I'm gonna double check with my source that I know is credible anyway. I'm gonna just double check just for the sake of double checking. He probably gonna be like, "Boy, I already told you," but we're going to double check just to make sure because everything else that this dude told me was going to happen has happened. This dude told me Robert Helenius was the replacement opponent for Anthony Joshua before they released it to the public, and he was 1,000,000% spot on. Now, who is Anthony Joshua fighting? Robert Helenius, like my source said, and he been a solid one, man. He more than a source, he a real one, man. So I'm gonna go check with him again. Salute to my bro, Big Dog Willie. Too much like right. You get what I'm saying? Big fish all day, man down. And I'm still rocking with every fighter in boxing, but I just have real conversations. I have my opinion. I let people have theirs, and we vibe out, man. We vibe out. But ain't nobody going to tell me that this dude ain't trying to fight the best. You get what I'm saying? And he one of the best, and he going to keep proving it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see the next fight for the young king, man. But with that, man, I appreciate everybody pulling up on this early one, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for me, sub to the channel if you haven't. Y'all turn them notifications on, man. If y'all free, y'all know our time is 4 o'clock, man. This was just a bonus. This one was to build on some stuff that I see that I don't think is people calling it how they supposed to call it down the line, man. So again, and like I said, all them people that saying Frank Martin should be next, I'm cool with that fight. I love that fight. But my boy say he never believed in a ghost, and he ain't hard to find. You dig what I'm saying? He ain't never believed in a ghost, and he ain't hard to find. So that's to you, Mr. Frank Martin. So again, this is all fun, not nothing personal. This is entertainment. It's supposed to be fun. I like to see Shakur talk like this because I know he'll back it up when he get in the ring. So with that, y'all, much love and appreciation to everybody in the building. Salute to the queens in the building, Miss Joette, Edgar Chavez, Titan, the Kello, and my bro Undercard, Edgar Chavez, Big Dog Willie, Mo City, my bro, Adari. Salute to all y'all. Mr. H, much love, family. Appreciate all y'all. We'll be back at 4, y'all. We up out of here, man. Peace. Good with it, man. This was an early one, man. I'll be back later at 4, man. Tap in though, cause later, 4 o'clock our time. We on the East Coast with it. But we out of here, y'all. Appreciate everybody. We out.